And we should be going.
And
Okay, welcome back to Brine and Tide. Last time, the party had, after a trip down to the beach, Ryoko returned back to the village a little bit sooner than everyone else after some seaweed-based trauma, and got into a discussion slash very cyclical argument with Raya, where just the two of them just could not accept what the other was saying.
because one
Even
of us is right.
well, even after Ryoko managed to attune, because the hour in game literally went on for an hour, attune to the Medallion of Thoughts, used Detect Thoughts on Rayan, dove a little deeper, and got spooked out by maybe mind touching something that probably shouldn't be mind touched,
It's
narrowly
fine.
avoiding psychic damage, but
He did get a nosebleed.
yeah, and yet the argument still continued. The the group returned, kind of hung out for a bit. Amon, you separated and went off with Orovir to do some samurai training. And I did say that that you did pass off the bag of holding, so you aren't holding that right now. But
Gotcha.
the rest of the group decided to head off in search of the Marician outpost to the north that Pislop had mentioned, saying that there was a large construct still active around there, and saying that it was actually one of the big targets for the Fell Steel Titan once it was operational. But upon trying to traverse through one of the denser parts of the jungle, night fell, group camped out, and during Quineart's watch, they actually made a friend with a curious little pixie that came by, hung out, played a few little games. Quiet Hearts gave them a little piece of candied fruit and was rewarded with, they don't know the abilities of yet, but a pixie favor, a little carving of a dragonfly on a piece of bark. And more arguments were had as Rayan didn't wake anyone up after her watch and was aggressively cuddle piled so she would get some rest.
It's true.
And then morning came, group tracked down the outpost. The warbird, as you saw it, a towering Marisian construct, looking to be a mechanized terror bird of some sort, stomping back and forth, actually stomping this path through this mostly fallen apart outpost. Although there are still some buildings you see, most somewhat intact. You're not sure what could be inside there, but you know that because of this highly aggressive bird, as first one got ambushed pretty well thanks to a combination of major or silent image and its passive not being good enough to detect everyone. As surprise round took it out, tried to rip it open, did not work, detonated the core, wiping out Del Zozar in one blast.
Sir.
It's just this frog like just gone. But thankfully and unthankfully, another frog decided to give you a second chance as the Moon Singer Motley appeared. Or no, that's no. A second warbird jumped down from an upper level, seemingly awakened at the destruction of the first one, not as well worn and missing some of the plants that had started to grow on it. This time, the party having to fight it off after being blasted with the arcane detonation. Managed to destroy it, this time without, and this time was able to extract the arcane core. And at that, you were congratulated by Moonsinger Motley, who apparently was the one who activated this thing, and left right as an Eldritch Blast nearly sliced into him. And that's about where we left off. Now that you have the arcane core secure and have healed a little bit.
Did we take a rest?
No, but I think Quiet Hearts was like passing out a little bit of healing. That might have been in between the birds.
Yeah, because in between the birds, Wayne was like, "We're resting here now. You guys just got exploded on." But then,
Ryoko, being the rogue, was the only one to avoid that. She's just like, I'm good.
I avoided it too because I used for the first time the Tomb of Rygex.
You ice cubed yourself.
I ice cubed myself because I didn't want to get an explosion in my face.
Yeah, Raven, speaking of Warcraft, I still think they copied that from the one wizard or the mage ability. The frost mages where they can tomb themselves like that.
I mean, probably.
Anyways, so you've managed to secure the arcane core. Silence has fallen. Besides typical distant jungle sounds. What do y'all want to do?
How's everybody feeling after that?
Oh.
Well, this one didn't explode.
HP-wise, I'm apparently fine.
Emotional HP-wise, how are you doing?
Also fine.
What? Emotional HP?
Emotional damage!
I don't know if this is as safe a place to rest out as I thought it was, but I will admit I am very curious about what are in these huts.
Quiet Hearts and Corona, you have the highest passive, I think. But you hear actually like a flapping of wings that's getting close.
Turn and look in that direction.
And it's coming from the way of the village. And there's a moment where you see large pair of wings just kind of coast over this clearing in the canopy. And it takes a second for you to realize what you're seeing because it's confusing jumble of limbs at first, so then you realize, oh, there's Amon, as he comes flying in and then dumped fairly gracefully by an Albatrosian that you recognize from the village.
Oh!
As he kind of lands there, he's like, okay. And he's like, looks to you, Amon, he's like, okay, you good? Landing flat, right? Wasn't too rough?
Nope. That's good.
Amon!
Okay. And he goes, I don't know what happened, but didn't see that explosion? Kind of looking around at the wrecked remains of the two warbirds. It's just like, would have taken us longer to find you.
Yeah.
Glad to be of service.
Right. Okay, what was
So
the
you
artificer's name again?
You had fun.
No, he didn't.
Oh, the Albatrosian, is a man named Skas.
No,
S-K-A-S.
the artificer.
Oh, Artificer Jairus.
Yeah. What?
Jairus,
Yes. Okay. Are you headed back towards the village?
yeah,
Would you
everybody
mind?
just needed a ride, and now that the Anzu's not flying around, we gotta watch out for the flies. But
well, could you take something back with you?
maybe if it's not too heavy.
I mean, she looks at Amon.
Looking at the wreckage.
She looks at Amon. She looks at the core.
Yeah, no, the core is lighter.
Yeah, but she's just like, I've never actually tried to lift him on. I'm not sure. I think this is.
He's also got weaponry and armor and stuff, so he's got something.
No, I know that. Rayan doesn't, because she's Rayan.
Like, well, he's 50 pounds wet, and that armor and everything else is probably another 50.
She holds up the core. We got this for Jarrus. And I'd prefer it not get damaged while we were doing other things.
Oh wow. He like kind of leans in close and goes, "Yeah, that looks like a delicate piece of tech."
Yeah, the first one exploded.
He was in the village when we left. I could bring it to him. Maybe he's still there.
Yeah, the first one exploded.
Oh,
that's what you saw.
That's what
This one
that
shouldn't.
was. And he kind of looks around and sees the kind of like small crater from that end where the other warbird had stomped down.
Yeah. This one shouldn't explode. Her eye glows and she just gives it another look at one, like another once over. No, this one shouldn't explode. Just don't drop it.
Yeah, it looks pretty stable.
Yeah, like that's she like says that. Her eye glows and she just looks it over. Is like, yeah, no, it's okay. Just don't drop it.
Yeah, because you rolled a pretty good roll for guiding Ioane with the 22 thanks to guidance.
Oh my god, it was so close. We were gonna explode again.
Well, that was only the second attempt. It hadn't.
Yeah.
Like if you had failed again, a 22 would have been too low for a DC.
Look, you Rayan?
Because each fail increased it.
Yeah, Rayan is not the smartest person here. She's just the only one who knows magic, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
We had to rely on Rayan to be the smart one, and that's probably the most terrifying thing we've run into so far.
That would have been funny. The one who's just washed up out of the water and is now the...
Yeah, it makes a weird sort of sense when with the fact that she can just sees magic all over the place, that she could like follow the tech.
And they do have kind of a cheat book.
Yeah, but yeah, she hands them the core.
And they did have a pack. And they're like, okay. Yeah, they carefully secure it in their pack and they go, all right.
Thank you.
Yep. Stay safe out here. And then they kind of do that awkward albatross run, flapping their wings before they take off into the air.
Slap.
Turns over to Amon and how are you looking, Amon?
Like shit.
She turns over like there's a smile, but it turns to a frown. What happened to you?
Stuff.
You look hurt.
Yeah, I'm fine.
No. She grabs your arm, pulls you over towards the rest of the gang. We need to take a rest.
So, y'all taking a short rest?
Yes, please.
It's up to the rest of them, but Rayan's being insistent. I'm not physically very hurt, but I am drained.
I have 20 health.
Amon, it's kind of funny. They seem more beaten up than when the Anzu fight. Well, some of them do.
Not Rayan.
You and
She's,
Rayan got
tired,
pretty fucked up during that.
Yeah.
It looks at it's like, and I thought the bird was a problem. I leave you alone for like a day.
I mean,
This one was a bird too. Noticed that there are ice particles still melting off of Rayan.
Yeah, this is also a bird.
You guys just have problems with birds, don't you?
Oh, I love Corrado.
There's
not one.
There's a strange reaction to that. She snaps her beak open and shut a couple times. She's sitting at 16 hit points.
Okay, she just pulls everyone closer together. We're just going to rest here. Yeah. Tell us what you were doing. We'll fill you in on what we did. You fill us in on what you did. How's that?
Amon kind of blinks and goes, "Sure." with the equivalent
You were-
of a Troodon thumbs up.
Cool. I can get my
I mean,
spells back.
They're
Yay.
retrosaurs, so these Troodons do have thumbs.
The rough equivalent of a thumbs up.
I do want to roll at least one hit die.
So
Maybe
everyone,
more.
if you want to roll hit die, if you have any left. Oh, nice.
Oh my god.
I haven't rolled any, so wait for everybody else to be done.
Oh my god, I'm almost at max HP. I'm fine.
I'm already full, so I'm good.
Do get my spells back though, which is, it's the most important part before long.
I guess I healed myself up because I'm doing mostly okay.
Yeah, you spend a lot of your healing stuff.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
Well, he's just flexing the wound shut.
So yeah, in that time we're sitting, and resting. So we went up here first
so
to look
close to a lucky
for.
number.
Aw. And she motions towards the warbirds. We came up looking for one of these because we wanted to get the magical core for Jairus.
Mm-hmm.
We ambushed it. We did pretty good in the ambush. But then it exploded.
Yeah, I saw that part. We were already flying towards our general direction. It helped kind of pinpoint where you were.
Yeah. I was able to protect myself, but it was not good. And as I was trying to get everyone, make sure everyone was okay, a second one showed up and stomped a lot of us in the face.
Well, that would explain the injuries.
So yeah, we took care of that one. It was jumping all over the place, and it shot magic at us.
Okay.
But we were able. I was me and Yuane, and she pats Yuane on his arm. Careful to avoid any of the injuries. She pats him on his arm. Me and Yuane were able to get the core out before that one exploded.
Good.
But I'm spent and people got hurt. So now you're caught up.
Fair enough.
Oh, so great. Just because you weren't here to appreciate this and how I named one of the moves from it, and I didn't realize the unfortunate acronym until a little bit before the game. The ass blast.
Shooting us with its ass.
Brilliant.
It was it popped open these flaps on its back and launched basically magic missiles at everybody.
Man was caked
Yeah.
up on a Friday night.
God damn it. Yes,
I mean,
Ryan.
just these birds, most of their construction was in their legs, so gotta have strong hips and cheeks.
Oh my God. Yeah.
I mean, not to get too
damn
off
it.
topic, part of the success of humanity as a persistence hunter is thanks to the evolution of the ass.
That's why the other animals are inferior. They lack ass.
Look at the other
nature
primates.
is beautiful sometimes.
Why are we going
God.
right?
Yeah.
Monkey butt.
Ryan does
Sorry,
not.
I didn't mean to derail with the asses, but
No, it's appropriate. Ryan does not share the part where she got in trouble. She keeps that one to herself.
Okay.
But what about you? What happened with Oravir?
He's going to look. He's going to be quieter than you've heard him in a bit, and
Oh.
say, I went to training.
Well, what's that?
I went to go get better at stabbing
Oh.
things.
Like, and she pulls out the concertina. Like I was learning this.
Yeah, sort of like that.
It's
Was Amon there when she showed her playing?
Was it
Yeah,
last session?
because it was like right when the rest of the group showed up, before Amon separated.
Yeah, it's not too dissimilar to that.
this tilts
Yeah,
has
she got a lesson from a bard, and knows a few little ditties.
Yeah, I remember that from the
Yeah.
last session I was in at.
some Quiet Hearts was just going to tilt their head at Among and ask, "Do you require any healing?"
Maybe a little, but I'm for the most part fine. It looks like Ione very much needs healing more above me.
Well, that's.
Turns to the
Looks
man
so young.
literally flushing bullets out of his skin. He's like, "Yeah, sure."
Oh no! But jokes aside, how are you looking, Joanna?
After spending a few hit die for a rest, I'm good.
But like, how are you? How is Joanna as a person looking right now?
Yeah, that's an appropriate question.
Yeah, like, does he look like okay? Like, does he look like that really shook him?
I think we said last time he's not really appreciating how much he's getting electrocuted on this island.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
Don't
he
worry.
keeps his feet up.
I'm
Raiden's
fine.
concerned.
Wouldn't be first time I got fucked up real bad.
Hmm.
They're multiplying.
Oh no! Oh no!
You put that thing back where it came from.
So help me. Who built these things anyway? Was that the not the Ruby Empire? Those are the ones with the devils, right?
Pretty sure they said
Yep.
something about Mericians.
I see him.
Yep, and Ryoko, believe you rolled well enough history. Yeah, you recognize these not in person, but you've heard, these be talked about.
Mm-hmm.
These were like one of the more signature constructs that the Mericians would field.
Yeah, as this is going on, Ryan pulls out her tome. You see her scribbling inside of it.
There's a little cartoon doodle of what looks like a toasted frog.
Oh no!
But when you flip back to it, it's gone. It's just like, did I actually see that? Yeah, I saw that little shit. All right, make it me feel bad.
It's not her fault.
But
Okay.
what were you doing in the book?
No, she's making a note. Merician Empire. Undead who hurt Ioane. She's adding to her hit list. She's adding to her hit list.
You actually know that Jarrus, he's from Mercia, or rather, Meridonia, which is the capital of the Merician Empire. And he was saying that, he's also fixing up a Merician turtle construct. They weren't just all machines of war. And Mericians are actually the ones who invented the constructs that eventually became Warforged.
Okay. She's still not happy with them hurting her friends like this.
Totally fair.
But why are you so beat up from training?
It was rough training.
Well,
Yeah, Amon, if I just stepping in a little bit.
You're more than welcome to. Yeah.
Orovir, it was pretty much like another extended sparring session where he pushed you to the edge to, trying to, purposely antagonizing you to ensure that you'd be able to keep control. Since, that was the whole reason.
Yes. I went and tested my limits and pushed past my limits to set a new line for my limits.
Brine looks confused. What? Are you okay now?
Yes.
May I insight you, Greg?
Sure.
God, great, you missed it. There were so many insights and deceptions from Ryoko last time, but Ryoko was just consistently rolling like ass.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
the funniest thing.
It was so funny. 11.
He's being maybe just a little tired, but true. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I just worried about you guys.
Oh, it's fine. You guys look like you had more of a rough time than I did.
I'm more tired than hurt. She says, not looking at Corano.
She's just over here in her fucking corner, not saying anything to anybody.
So once we're done resting, I kind of like to look through these, and she motions at the ruins, whatever these are.
Sure.
I'm curious. I've never seen. They look like the huts and stuff from the village, but different. Much bigger. Well, I don't know, would you say that these are all bigger than like the huts and stuff from the village, or more comparable in size?
This was. Ryan wouldn't know this, but some of the others might gather this was probably like a small, like, outpost or fort on the island. Since not far away, I'll just say if you start going around, it's not on the map, but like this little side path here, there's like some stairs further on that let you go up to this hilly area where you actually see that's where the mayor's the warbird emerged from what looks to be like a garage looking area, like a gate opened up, but you actually see to the north you do see the ocean. Here, I'll just bring up the island map.
Yeah, I'm just more like Rayan has Oh,
That's the old village. Oh, that's not. Roll 20.
yeah.
Yeah, you're all up here at the little marker here. But yeah, the buildings, if they weren't, mostly collapsed and stuff, they'd be pretty large. No, well, not super large, but decently large. About, nothing's too big. But you actually see that most of it is kind of dug into this hill.
Yeah, because she seemed like, the huts and stuff built by the moon scale and the village, but like never really like stonework buildings she hasn't really seen yet.
There's been a few like bits and pieces you've seen.
Yeah.
Either submerged in the swamp or in the jungle, but yeah, nothing really significant.
Because this would be the most significant she's seen so far,
well,
right?
Besides the old lighthouse, tower that Jarrus set his lab up in. I'm just going.
Oh yeah, right. Okay, I forgot about that one.
Someone wants to mark the his thing as his. Oh my god, roll 20. Stop being
Four
weird.
bird ruins.
Yep. So, what y'all want to do?
Well, once the rest is done, I would like to just look through this stuff.
And else gonna help?
Sure.
Yeah, I'll get up and help her look after we're done resting.
Okay. So, whoever wants to do an investigation, I suppose.
Oh, I'm so bad at these. Oh my god.
I'm not
Hey,
too
hey. Oh,
fantastic at
how's your investigation, Tirana? What modifier you got?
either. 1.
Same.
I think Ryoko has the highest.
I'll
How about I
guidance.
just give Ryoko aid?
There you go. I'll see what I get. Ah, all right. Wait, let's see. Guidance. Ah. Ah! I have a +1.
No, I'll just give
So
Ryoko.
I'm
it's
using my
gonna-
magic eyes because she
Okay.
did see that the magic eye that the warbirds had magic interwoven in them.
They don't anymore since, one detonated and you remove the core from the other one. You do see,
Yeah.
well, actually, parts of it do have, enchanted, some of them not fully, right? So there are still, pieces that might have an enchanted thing. Maybe Jarrus might be able to do of it, but no one in this party would be able to make use of it. Like, you see, the cannons that it was blasting things with, those might be able to be salvaged, but not by anyone in your group. But
They're here for Jarrus to come get if he wants.
yeah. And, once the turtle's fixed, it would be a good way to come and transport things. But, yeah, you start going through, and you get the sense that this place was just a small little fort. Marician, what looks to be, at first it seemed, actually, no. Ryoko, do you want to do a history check for me?
Yeah, sure. It is a skill that I still have a total of 3 in.
Looking around, you
better.
realize this was you get the feeling that this was probably Ruby Empire originally before the Maricians occupied it and built onto it. Just some of the architecture is different, after a point, but most of it is still mostly ruins. It's just getting above a 20, you're able to recognize that. But going around, you look at the little workshop area that you assume the warbird emerged from, and it is a large fantasy equivalent of a garage, because you see where it looks like the warbird would have been hunched down, and you see what actually like a pile of almost like a circle of dust that is missing, and then footprints where you assume that it stood up and then strode out. This workshop is fine layer of dust. It seems that the active warbird kept most scavengers from, non-animal scavengers from just getting near to here. But for the most part, this workshop, there's actually quite a bit of good amount of tools, it looks like. You'd think Jarrus would be very happy to get his hands on some of this. A lot of it's there's some corrosion and stuff from just exposure to the elements, but probably be fixed up, either acid dip or maybe some mending, that kind of thing. But yeah, you find a mostly intact, if abandoned, construct bay.
Ooh.
But what really seems to gain your attention, Ryan, is as you're walking past what looks to be some rubble, there's out of the corner of your eye, you get a glimpse of a magic ping. Well, not really. It's not really a magic ping. You just out of the corner of your eye, it's oh, that looks like a door. And with Yuane's help, it's not really that big of a piece of rubble for him, so he can just shove it off to the side. And it looks like to have been a piece of the roof that caved in, as you see a large metal door set into one of the walls. but this iron door has been dented heavily, which takes you a second to realize looks to be warbird footprints.
Oh, fuck.
Has dented and warped the door. So, but it is not moving when you try to tug it open because it swings out. It looks like.
Well, oh, I know. I'll cast acid splash on it.
Okay. Splash some acid on it. Starts to polish it a little bit.
Fuck.
Not really doesn't really do anything.
Yeah, you want it?
No, it didn't go anywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Standing right there.
Yeah. She just got tunnel vision.
Mm-hmm.
She only looked with her one eye after all. Could I borrow your arms again? You know, your muscle,
No,
Could you
Oh.
try and open the door, please?
Before we try to force it open, is it a push or shove? Or, I mean,
It's a
push
pull.
or pull.
It's a pull open.
Well,
But it looks like the warbird, not grasping that, try to kick it in, so it is like dented somewhat inward and just seemed to have buckled the frame a bit. Well, not frame, but it's like it wedged it in a weird position in the stone frame of this wall, because it's like one of the rooms built into the. What's that?
If I cast mending on it, will it fix the
No,
dent?
this is a bit too big for amending.
Okay.
well,
Because I could try and just like destroy the door, but I don't want to risk breaking like the supports or anything.
yeah. I mean, if the bird seems to have given it a good go and it couldn't break through, but,
Well, see, the bird tried to kick it in, and when it opens by coming outwards.
yeah.
Like, there's something interesting in there at least, and it just was. It's not as smart as you.
Well, I'm not that smart.
Well, you're not stupid either.
No, yeah. I don't think I'm stupid, because if I was stupid, I'd be dead.
Noted.
Yeah, fools don't last very long on the sea. But,
If you have
guess
another idea, I'm
maybe.
open to it.
Question, DM: is this door more of a single piece, or is it like a double pair of doors?
It's a large single door. It almost kind of looks like either like a not quite a vault door, but like something that was meant to secure something. With it being a fort, you think might be an armory. You're not sure.
Yeah. Well, if it's supposed to open out towards us, I'm not sure how much really force is going to help at all.
Oh, do you have another idea?
Shrugs.
You can always try.
Guess there's no harm in trying.
She will tap you and cast guidance.
Now remember, if you rage, you do get advantage on strength-based checks.
Yeah.
I have plenty of rages to spare, so.
I could
How much,
play some support. I could try and play some supportive music.
Just stand aside, I guess.
Okay.
Everyone else watching?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I'm staying out of this. I can't knock a fucking
25,
door
and-
over.
Right, roll guidance just to see for the fun.
27.
Well, the DC was 25.
Oh my
so
god! Holy shit! That's a door.
You like have to dig your fingers in and almost like cracking the stone around it where it's already like weakened, just to get a good grip. And after it's like you're pulling at this for like longer than 6 seconds, but you're like starting to get upset. It's like, no, I'm not going to be defeated by a door. So it sustains your rage until you do like a horrific screeching noise as you just swing this open wide enough for everyone to get in. And there is a smell of like stale, bad air that wafts out. This place was probably airtight.
Ooh.
And it's like smells like old decay, like dry decay, as you see.
Ugh.
Well, Ryan, you'd see since you have your deep sea dark vision.
Yes.
But you know, once anyone lights up the light, you would see that there is a single body, looks to be human, and it's easy to see they were a human because sealed away without exposure to the elements, they are almost mummified and desiccated, as they are just kind of sitting up against the wall on one, close to the door, with what looks to be like a small scattered thing of papers around them and a few items around them, some of which do ping as magical to you, Rain, but we'll get to those. But surprisingly, the room is surprisingly empty. It does look like it was once a armory, but it was apparently cleared out.
Oh.
But
And then used as a hiding hole.
Yeah. I wonder if the person got trapped and the warbird was trying to save them.
Or, they were a scavenger. And
yeah, their
trying to,
outfit does look like the kind of the homemade outfits that you've seen a lot of the villagers wear, except they are wearing like a kind of tarnish, just with age, breastplate.
She'll
yeah,
have
that don't
simply
look,
walk inside.
Merician.
She'll like tuck her like top over her mouth, over her nose, so she doesn't have to smell it.
And there's paper scattered about and a few items just scattered around him. It seems that he was kind of made himself as comfortable as he could inside this. And you actually do see what looks to be like a bedroll in one of the corners of the room.
Aww,
and like a pack.
Poor guy. She'll gather the papers.
It's not looking like this guy was. But you gather up the papers. A lot of them do crumble at the touch because it's old paper even being preserved. There was. Seems like some water did get in, being smudged, but.
Damn.
But a lot of it, there is still quite a bit of legible stuff.
Well, with I could mend paper, couldn't I?
Yeah, it's just you want to be able to repair the writing.
Yeah. But
But it would make sure that as you're reading through it, any more of it doesn't crumble.
Yeah, she'll gather up as much as she can in one piece and, slot it into her book.
Anyone wants to do a investigation check for what they have? Ryoko, you want to handle that?
Yeah, sure.
As Rand's gathering up the papers.
Nice.
Okay.
That's not bad.
Yeah, there's not really much to hide, or really anywhere to hide things, but you start going through this guy's stuff as you find. Where is it? You find a scroll tube that what looks to be like 3 magical scrolls in it. You find a small orb of glass and filigree metal. Looks kind of familiar. And then you find a hand axe that was near the guy. Oh. And actually it's kind of by the door, and you see, like, after you opened it, there's like some dents and scratches at it. Maybe the guy had just futilely tried to hack at it out of desperation. But the axe is in surprisingly good shape. Around his neck, he actually has a coin on a necklace cord, and the coin is actually faintly glowing. It does emit a dim light.
Oh.
And in a pouch he has was probably like a ration pouch. There's like a few crumbs. There's a small black marble, and you actually do find a wand. But the wand looks like it's been through a fire already, or has it's kind of cracked and kind of looks like, like how wood on a. Or, have you ever seen those like when a tree gets hit and it's burning from the inside? It kind of looks like it caught fire on the inside of it and cracked a bit from the heat, but it's still somewhat intact. It is slightly warm to the touch, but and you do see. I'll just say with that investigation, you do see some scorch marks on the inside of the door as well. And there is, oh yeah, because of your investigation and searching the workshop, there was actually something you did find in the workshop, a weapon that none of you would be able to use, but a warforged arm blade for a battle claw. A Marasite battle claw, which is basically like a large lobster claw type weapon for Warforged of the Marasian Empire.
Bring it home, and some Warforged might want it.
Yeah,
there is the protector of the village anchor, and as you've seen him, he's just been using what looks to be like a log he picked up at one point and turned into a great club.
Oh, there's a lot in here.
Yeah, most of those things that, as Ryoko gathered them up, those do have a magical aura. This guy was surprisingly well equipped.
Ryoko.
Hmm?
Mind if I...
Oh, and there was also, you find in his person, in one of the pouches, Ryoko, no money or anything. Seems most of the people in the village or on the island don't really find a need to carry money with them anymore. But you find what it's like a little bigger than a palm, kind of rectangular, black stone. You might think it's stone object, and with like almost geometric lines carved into it, but you don't really know what kind of stone it is. But that's
a lot of that's magical. Is it all magical?
Pretty much. The scrolls in the tube are the sphere is magical. The object that Ryoko just pulled out has a faint magical aura to it, but it's very faint. It's more like how it has that resonant vibe that Aurum and the one jewel they took from the Yanzu. It's kind of like that. Good. It's magically resonant. It's not enchanted yet. You get that vibe. The hand axe is magical. The coin is magical. The marble is magical. The wand is magic, but that's it. The breastplate is not. It just seems to be a normal breastplate.
And the rest of the blade is the Warforged blade. Probably isn't, or is it?
Yeah, that's mundane, but it is made out of Marasite. You recognize the the same ore that Amon's new sword is made out of.
Okay. A lot of that's magical. Like, almost all of that's magical. Ryoko.
Actually, it's a common enough item. Ryoko, you after a few minutes of handling it, you would recognize what the orb is. It's a drift globe.
This is a drift globe. What's a drift globe?
Which can use to be when activated, it'll hover. It'll use the light cantrip, or it can once per day be activated to do the daylight cantrip. Not cantrip.
Is it the orb of glass and filigree metal?
Yep. Yeah, and when activated, it just kind of floats around your shoulder as just like a magical floating lantern light. You get the feeling this is probably how he kept. You probably had that when he was in here.
Well, we got something for all you blind motherfuckers.
What was it called? A
drift globe, because it follows drifting behind you or over your shoulder.
I love that.
There's actual stats for it. I can make a handout for it. It's from the DMG.
Yeah, I just like documenting the things we find. I might be able to do the thing where I, just take some time to figure out what all this stuff does.
You get a little DM hint appear in your periphery. Look at the scroll tube first.
Okay. I look at the scrolls because I can just read those.
There are 3 scrolls. One of Unseen Servant, the ritual spell. One of Thunderstep. The
What?
that's just a one-time use spell, but Thunderstep.
Oh, wait. There.
And a scroll of Identify.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Wait. Oh wait. Do I have that ability yet? Oh wait. Do we have that yet?
You can always save it until you do.
Ability to copy down ritual spells.
Yeah.
Invocation, right?
You cantrips. Okay. Okay. I can't put it in my book yet, but soon.
Well, now you have it until then. So you can either use the Identify scroll now and use it up, or it will take longer to try and use Arcana to identify these, but which will
I'll take
be up to the
time,
group.
like when we're. I mean, if it's all right with the group, like when we're going to our next location, Rain will just spend the walk examining stuff and figuring out what they do.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, Ryoko, just because this is funny, do another history or Arcana, because there is something you would have probably had experience with in here. Yeah, you pick up the marble and you've definitely used these before to get a target. It's a bead of force.
Got a bead of force.
The black. No.
Yeah, the black marble. It's different from the Misty Step marbles that you already have.
Yes. Black marble. Black marble. What's it called? What's it called, Ryoko? Bead of force.
A bead of force.
Huh. I'm really interested in this wand. It's
Yeah, you
like,
throw those at someone, and if it works, it encapsulates them in a bubble that they cannot escape from. Very
It's a
useful for
Pokeball!
an assassin.
It
It only lasts like a minute, but
Damn
that's
it.
enough for someone to get into position, like, say, an assassin. Or, the thing is, actually, Ryoko, depending on how Looney Tunes Ryoko gets with some of her assassinations, totally possible that you trap someone in a bubble near a cliff and just push that bubble out over the cliff and waited for it to pop.
Pragmatic.
Because then it just looks like an accident, like they slipped off the cliff. But yeah.
So we
Hey,
got some.
I guess as we go to our next location, wherever that is, I'll just spend the walk examining stuff.
Sounds like a plan.
Yep.
This is. What school of magic is on some of these? Like the you know what the scrolls are? Hand axe. What's on the hand
Coin
axe?
is an illusion, but that's a similar. It's kind of a similar enchantment to the drift globe, where you think it's tied to the light that it's emitting.
Which one? The necklace? The coin?
Yeah, the
necklace?
coin.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not even the necklace. It's a coin that he like tied with string to make into a necklace.
Okay. How about the hand axe?
The hand axe. I don't know. Well, it's a very simple enchantment. I'll just say it's a +1 hand axe. Like it wouldn't be too hard just looking at it to be like, oh, this
See
is
that it's just better.
yeah, and yeah, it's a fairly standard enchantment to make, magical weapons. So it's like wouldn't be hard to place it just glancing at it, but the wand is also invocation.
Okay.
And the geometric object does not have any
Yeah, that's
obvious
like the
magic to it at the moment.
Okay. She holds up the hand axe. This is just like there's magic on it, but it's nothing fancy. It's just like to make it tougher, and she like mimes swinging it. badly.
Did make some deep gouges in the door, but the door was just too thick and wedged in too deep to chop it down with a hand axe.
Her swing is so bad, like it looks like if she put too much force into it, she might have stabbed herself or whoever's close to her. In this case, Ryoka.
Please don't swing an axe poorly at me.
I was just trying to show it. Sorry. She extends the hand axe out to Ryoka.
It's not a finesse weapon, so you wouldn't really find much use out of it.
No, but that was just like, I'm sorry. Here you go. I will take my hands off of this dangerous object.
I'll give it to somebody who knows how to stab things.
Look between quiet hearts, Amon and Ioane.
Great Arse is good. They got like 3 different weapons.
It's always nice to have a hand axe around.
You can throw this one.
Well, I can throw plenty of things.
You can throw someone holding the axe.
Yeah. I'm not sure they'd come back, though.
That would be a problem.
Boomerang axe. No, that's a horrible idea.
Yeah, it is!
Essentially Sokka's weapon.
Boomerang goblin holding an axe.
I mean, in the Mad Max game I was in, my paladin, one of the things he started out with was boomerangs, because, Mad Max, gotta have boomerangs. And that was his ranged weapon. And later on, it's just like, we strapped a grenade to it, pulled the pin, and threw it. And it's just like, really hope I hit.
Oh my god.
No, it was actually we had to entertain a shadow dragon. So we put on a trick shooting show. So the sniper is just like, all right, I have the most HP. I'll probably take this okay. It's going to suck, but please. I'm going to attach this grenade to the boomerang, throw it, and you're going to shoot it before it comes back to me. Please.
Don't fuck up.
Yeah, it worked. But...
So hand them on the... God damn it. So hand Ioane the hand axe.
See, my brain's still stuck on boomerang goblin. Would, their ears be very large for their aerodynamic?
Wouldn't that just give them too much drag and, slow them down?
Yeah, that's the question, isn't it? Would they just flap their ears very hard?
Well, then just have a flying goblin.
Yeah, that's true.
A flying goblin with extra steps.
It's guided flight.
Guided flight.
It's a boomerang with a little artificial intelligence.
So, what are y'all doing?
Yeah, where are we going next? And then we have the monkey to look for.
Yeah, wasn't the monkey somewhere on this side of the island, or close to the middle, I think?
They were on the other side of the mountain, like closer to here, this little valley.
Yeah, that's true.
But you're not sure where they could be.
Yeah, and who knows? The monkey may have moved on.
Well,
a greater guarantee would, I suppose, would be heading back. The power core is secure.
Yeah.
One of the other errands was to... I don't really think we brought it up too much about where the hell people are disappearing to, and they're getting gold lung.
Yeah,
that's tied to the Quasit monkey.
Right.
He's the one who might know the location of the mine.
Right.
So it would be tricky, but I could summon my things again and just have them look around the island, see if they don't see a monkey and or a mine. a weird monkey, or well, any monkeys, I guess. Shrug.
There's probably a lot of monkeys.
I mean, to be fair, we've only went into like the one troop.
Well,
That's
there-
because the DM hasn't been narrating well enough. There are monkeys on the
Oh.
island.
I mean,
Yeah. If I remember correctly, that one monkey who was following us was actually part of a troop.
yeah, very
Yeah, it
suspicious.
seemed to peel
that
away
one
because the
monkey was
monkeys
following
were
us.
like, yeah, they were interested in the group as you're passing by, but that was the one that kept following.
Yeah, interesting, isn't it? Right, and
It's just been
well,
a curious little monkey.
I think that was the fucker.
If it was, why'd he
Wow.
draw attention to himself, though? That makes no sense.
Because he was a monkey, as far as we knew.
Yeah, but why follow
Right
us and
after,
draw attention?
I mean,
Well-
not right after. They ran away once you realized the invisible monkey demons were following you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the the fucker. Carano?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't Pislop give you an idea of where to look?
He might have, but Carano's player's brain is scrambled. So, if God
DM
will
is
take
not
God.
recalling either. Well, that's the
What?
problem because the DM's not remembering either.
Oh
If
no!
he told somewhere specific.
I mean, he might not have. I was not part. Rain was not part of that conversation, so I wasn't. So I don't remember.
I don't think they gave me like a solid exact area, just like a place where it hangs out. And where that is, it was probably like somewhere like this green area here that was marked.
Yeah, that was the green one was the camp that you found, the old lizard folk, like ceremonial camp on the way to the Anzu nest. But that wasn't far from where you first encountered it, because it was when you were leaving the moon scale, heading back into the swamp, you passed by one of the rivers coming down from the mountain, feeding into the swamp.
So,
Because that's how I remembered it was there, because that was the only other place that had like small rivers beyond the major river that you've been traveling up and down occasionally.
yeah, so if we wanted to find him for sure, we'd have to go all the way over there anyway.
I mean, we're doing stuff around the island, so now is the time for something like that.
That's the only place that I know of that he might be. But again, I don't know
looked
if
everything
he's
up.
staying there. I don't know if it
Scooter's back in place.
I don't know if that's the sort of creature that would stay in one place, or if it would be, to be quite honest, if it's, disguised as one of these monkeys, and she's looking around because she's pretty sure that she can see monkeys everywhere.
No monkeys nearby. It seems that the warbird was aggressive enough that wildlife gave this place a good birth, unless they're like small birds. But
Everybody would know.
because you do see like as you've been hanging out, there are some of the surrounding trees. Some of the branches have been blasted off.
Oh,
But everybody would know what I mean by monkeys everywhere, because we're in the jungle. There's fucking monkeys
yes,
everywhere.
she is. Also, I thought it was a joke about her being a bird, and everyone else except Amon being humanoids.
well, to be fair,
Primates.
Ioane is a mammal. Straight, nothing, no ifs, ands, or buts. Don't know about Quiet Hearts. And Ryoko's a tiefling, so a mammal. But that's it. Well, we
Is
have
a
other.
tiefling a mammal?
That's a
I mean-
spicy mammal.
I mean, half of a tiefling is.
Exactly. It's a spicy mammal.
Spicy mammal.
This is, we're all humanoid, but like parts of my body are from a mammal, but most of it isn't.
But yeah, I get what you mean, Corona. There are a good amount of monkeys on the island. So
If
it would
only
be.
we could talk to them.
It's kind of likely,
It's not a-
actually, that if it's a disguised one of those little shits that's just been following us around.
Yeah, and I don't want to be like a downer, but you do know closets can turn into an assortment of different animals.
Yeah.
They can also turn invisible. Because
Yeah,
these things live at the bottom of the pecking order. They have to be crafty to survive.
Yeah, I think the likelihood of wandering around the island trying to stumble upon this thing would be, needle in a haystack. So I think it's probably more likely it would find us if it cares at all.
Well,
I suppose we may be better off returning to the village.
maybe, yeah.
Yeah, the likelihood of us just stumbling across it when it knows we're here, possibly knows we're looking for it, unless we, like, talk out loud and say what we want and what we'll give it if it gives us the information. Very unlikely that it's going to happen.
Yeah. I suppose we head back then.
Yes.
I don't think we need to do anything else on this side of the island, at least.
I have been told to roll another Arcana or History, and I shall do so.
Yep.
You are the one who knows about demon things.
I mean, do I, though?
I mean, so
It
far,
was.
yes.
You get the sense that it used to be. I mean, it was working for someone, but now it's not. Could offer it a deal.
You could offer the horrible thing a deal.
That's what you did with Pizlop, and now he's working cooperatively with Juris.
I threatened him quite a bit, so it wasn't really
Yeah.
a deal of sorts.
No, well, I mean, with demons,
Understandable.
that's still no. With demons, that's still a deal. You work for me, I don't kill you. That's That's the most basic contract you can get with demon kind. Now, devils, those are the ones that you have to like sit down and write a contract. Demons are more.
The biggest and the
Part of
meanest
the
makes the
agreements.
rules.
Yeah. The big rat demon that makes all the rules.
Yeah, they're not much sticklers for like hierarchy. Just beat up everyone who says you're not in charge, and you will be.
And that was the thing Pizlop kind of said, that him and his gang of other closets, because they were all kind of working together, Gleaza kind of intimidated them all into working for her because it was better than her dispatching them all back to the hell, or the abyssal hells, when they were just living up life on the island as animals.
Yeah, this is practically vacation. Here, they're actually not the bottom of the food chain.
Most of the time.
So, I mean, if it is listening, that is an option.
We just like yell out into the forest.
She
Well, I
shrugs
wouldn't-
and goes, if it's listening.
You know its name. Or at least its common name. You don't know its true name yet. Pizlop wouldn't give that away on another demon.
So, what? You want me to just yell for it?
I mean, Shrugs.
I could yell pretty loud, but who knows what else is gonna come stomping out of the forest.
Considering where we are, probably not much.
So yeah, it's not gonna be like here, most likely.
If you like, I can enhance your voice.
I also have thaumaturgy.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah, giant barbarians get that as a class feature, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Fee, fi, fo, fum.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was just powerful lungs.
That too. So what was the name of that the one little demon we're looking for?
Here, I'll type it so you can say it out loud.
I forgot.
Oh, we
The
don't.
thing was, that was a random generated thing for different demons, and it's just like, that's fine, that works.
I want
With a
more
great
ass.
yeah, with a great chunk of my shoulders. I'm gonna use thaumaturgy on myself to amplify my voice. Cut my mouth. More ass!
What? The theme
Yeah,
of the
just-
day is
Ooh,
No,
yeah.
more ass!
God.
Your ass.
Get your butt up
There's
here!
just you just see birds just scatter into the sky from the trees around. It's just like set out this shockwave.
Ione, my friend, I don't know if this is the appropriate time to be calling out for that.
what's his name?
Yeah.
Whose name?
The imp we're looking for.
You're looking for an imp?
Quasit.
Yeah. Have you not been listening?
It's a quasit, not an imp.
Quasit, yes. But my bad.
On might have a concussion. You do know Orovir uses a giant club that's bigger than he is.
Have you not been listening on to this entire conversation?
My
Don't blame him on,
So,
because Orovir might have stepped on him too.
No,
Oh.
just
Whoa.
a couple of good clubs to the head.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Ioane,
Mm-hmm.
being a barbarian, you have it marked already where you can do intimidate with strength, right?
I believe so.
I want you to roll that intimidate.
All right.
Maybe the charisma caster should have done.
14.
He's rolling with strength. It just was kind of
Yeah.
So you shout out into the jungle, and you're all waiting. You're not sure if he heard it or if it's going to be a while until he gets there, but you shout it out into the jungle air, startling quite a few birds in the area, but now it's a waiting game.
Do we want to try more, or do we just want to stay here, or what?
maybe you should tell him that you have a deal for him. I don't know.
Tell him
Yeah.
we have a deal for him, and we'll meet him at the village if he
Yes.
wants to fulfill it.
I suppose
Want to come to the village?
Well, we
I
have the other
suppose
one in the
we could
village.
do that instead of just waiting around and maybe he never shows up and then we don't get anywhere.
It's true.
All right, I'll yell at him some more, I guess, if he's out there.
I will tap you for guidance.
So you shout again.
Yes.
Okay.
More ass! Get your ass over to the village! Got a deal for ya!
Yeah.
All right.
Again.
This is weird.
Okay, we can go now.
Message-
I think if the Anzu was alive, it would have heard.
That would have it would have been like in Jurassic Park. You just hear the distant roar.
Yeah. I would not survive a horror movie, or maybe I would.
I am the horror movie.
Yes, horror movie.
The really, really tough two Choi. So I guess we just get going now.
Yeah, I guess.
Can head back to the village. Tama the spider's not far if you wanted to check up on him or them, but yeah.
Right. Do we
You're at
want
the
to check
northern
up on
point
him
of the
before we go
island.
back? That is thanks. That is a good point, God. He is nearby. They are nearby.
I can't remember. Did we visit the Ettercap before or after we beat up the bird?
Before.
After, because you descended down the east side of the island or the mountain because it was easier, and then went north around, countered them, traded the Anzu feathers for the
Right.
armored silk shirt that Rand's wearing.
Yeah.
It increased my AC by 1 point. It's a tiny bit less shit now.
And I think it's only been a few days since we last saw them or whatever, right?
I haven't really been keeping track of days, but it's probably been about a week ish since then. We're getting close to a week, yeah. I really do need to start keeping track of days, especially once you start sailing. But traveling across the island, it hasn't really been too crucial to count them.
I suppose we could visit them. When
Not
someone
fun.
lives off
Also,
alone,
the
it's
moon Oh, which you do know, Utroth was the war leader of the moon scale. He was saying he was dedicating his attention to trying to track down the mine and where the mine slaved victims were going towards. So they might have more info.
Yeah, that could be a lead in case.
You are like midpoint of the island, around the northern point of the island, so it wouldn't take too long to get over there. Probably take about the same time to get back to the village.
Yeah, and that is a more sure lead than relying on a closet.
Screaming at a closet.
Who could be scratching his ass all the way down on the South Island for all we know.
Yeah.
With very ample posterior.
I can't remember when I said what time it was, but by this point it's probably like
It's getting fairly late.
the sun's getting closer to sunset, but it's not. You've still got maybe like 2 hours of sun left.
We
Oh
did
no,
take a...
it'd be later. So you got like 2-3 hours of sunlight left. You could still make a decent amount of time traveling if you wanted.
Yeah, we did just take a rest, so like we're probably fine like energy wise.
So moon scale then?
Yeah, I haven't seen the moon scales in a little bit.
An awesome party they all threw for Ryoko.
Yeah. you can avoid them if you like, Ryoko.
The party was for the group. It was just funny.
I know. That was Ryan's attempt to tease her. It had no effect, I guess.
Sorry, that was the sound of a Pringles tube.
I didn't hear
Let me do it for you.
Sorry, I needed my salt and vinegar chips.
Yeah, you're fine. I didn't even hear them.
Salt and vinegar.
So, moon scale? We okay with moon scale?
It's fine with me.
It is better than waiting around.
Yeah.
Moon scale, then.
Yay.
I will take the time as we go to try and figure out what all these do.
Okay.
Well, I guess what have I not figured out? Oh god, I scrolled. We need to figure out the wand.
Let's get walking.
The wand, the necklace. The wand and the necklace. That is what I need to figure out what to do.
Alrighty. Survival checks, I suppose.
I will not be doing this because I have.
It was muted that whole time. I thought I just wasn't.
No.
Rand, you'll have to do Arcana checks for both of those, one each, as you walk. So you won't be able to help with like the perception or survival checks.
Yeah.
But yeah, need the normal thing because you are forging a fairly new path. Like, if you start traveling back and forth along paths you've gone, I'll start foregoing some of the survival checks because you'll be, you will have already forged a path.
Mm-hmm.
So not quite fast travel, but slightly faster travel.
Yeah. So yeah. Who wants to do
Perceptions
survival?
and survivals. Rayan, you said you were doing the Arcana, so you won't be able to participate in those.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Oh God, no!
I will roll a survival to help.
Okay, God. Hey, oh my God!
Well, it's a good thing you didn't have disadvantage.
Yes.
So,
Jesus.
who wants to do perceptions?
I can do the Percepciano. Every fucking time I keep trying to hit Persuasion. Every fucking time.
Whoa.
Nice.
Would you like another one?
And Arcanas.
Uh,
I mean, yeah, if you want to take a look yourself, or you could give him, give them an advantage.
Would you like
Hard to beat a
advantage? I mean,
24.
it's hard to beat that.
Why not? What is with ones today?
Wow.
Oh,
Kind of funny.
That's a lot of
Kind
red.
of funny.
Then Rayan will go up to Ryoko and like nudge her. Hey, Ryoko,
Yeah?
you want to give me a hand examining these?
Sure. I don't know magic
It's going to be
that
a
well.
little difficult to, both inspect while you're walking together.
I'm asking for aid because they're,
That's what I
survival-
mean. It's normally this is something you have to sit down and investigate yourself, or like do yourself, like sitting down and focusing. But
Okay, fair enough. Oh God, here I go. Oh God.
So
Sweat.
you're looking at the wand first, you said?
Necklace first.
Necklace? Okay, that's a common item. Not too, it's a coin of delving.
Ah, what does that do?
Here, let me just bring that up real quick. This scintillating copper coin sheds dim light in a 5-foot radius. If dropped a distance greater than 5 feet, the coin issues a melodious ringing sound when it hits the surface. Any creature that can hear the chime can determine the distance of the coin dropped on the tongue. So it's just a little trinket item that sheds a little bit of light, but can also judge if you like flick it over a coin or like down a well. You can see how far it goes because the chime will be different. But if it goes too far, you lose the coin and you don't hear anything. But that's a good indicator. It's like, yeah, I'm not jumping down that hole.
Yeah.
But seems to have
I
had
did.
sentimental value to it, just the way it was wrapped up.
Aw.
But yeah, it's a common item, so with that low of a roll, it won't be too hard to
With the
figure
low
out.
roll. With the low roll, I think what happens is Rayan trips and drops it, then hears the tune, and realizes what it
Yeah.
does.
It tings each time it bounces.
Oh my God. I know what this one does. Sheepishly, as she picks
And
it back
that's
up.
actually what distracts Ioane as he turns around just looking at that noise. As you take a step, splorch right into muck as you go right up to your knee. Your rather tall knee.
Oh my God.
You are suddenly stuck in muck.
Oh, crap.
Speed is reduced to 0. You're gonna have to fight your way. Not fight your way, but get
it
your
is
way
mud,
out of
right?
this as.
I will punch the mud.
It's mud. It's
I will
mud.
fight.
It looks.
Fight.
Yeah, it looks like a really just like. Yeah, it's just like a soggy spot of just mud and decaying plant life, just in this like little divot.
I don't know if
So,
it'll work.
what are you doing?
Actually, let me see. Will that work? You actually punch. Oh, okay.
I slap the
So
mud
you
for
try-
disrespecting me like this.
So are you slapping it or pulling
Um,
yourself free?
I'm pulling myself out, but you know.
Hey,
Okay.
this is a weird question. Can I cast control water on mud?
No.
Damn. The spell will come in
Okay.
handy one day.
So you pull out as you pull out, and it's like your legs are like just soaked in mud. You're gonna have to clean your boots after this. But Quiet Hearts and Corona,
Mm-hmm.
you see the mud start reaching up towards him.
Oh!
Oh, it's gonna touch you again.
Oh my god!
As the ochre jelly that was just chilling in the mud puddle got woken up, but that your athletics was enough to break out of the mud before it grabbed you. But now it's the 17 hit.
Yes, it does.
Okay, so 4 bludgeoning, 3 acid. Not going to battle map right now, just because it's just a single jelly inside this
If
mud
they,
pit.
if they see the jelly reaching and slapping my friend on his generous
Yeah,
ass,
it just Buenos Dias. You on the ass.
Buenos dias, Ahone.
It
we
really
slap
is
it
the
once.
section about ass tonight. What the fuck?
Sorry.
I think it's great.
Unintentional
Oh, it's
themes.
great.
It's just, anyways, they'll just immediately swing the frosty club at it. Can I swing at it or?
Yeah.
Okay, just checking. 2 handy sounds good. But
Yeah, that definitely hits. Ochre jellies do not have good armor class.
Most jellies and slimes don't.
That's very true. Okay.
just immediately just slap into the mud.
And I'll she'll just like shit yell at it. Shoot! Shoot!
Corrado, since it was both of you who noticed it first, you would have an action
Okay.
before anyone else does, because you and Quiet Hearts would have the first drop on it.
God.
What do I want to do with it?
Sorry, you rolled a nat 1 for a survival. There's obstacles in this jungle.
Of course.
Yeah. You got Buenos Dias.
Buenos dias.
Well,
Honestly, I was thinking of that where it's the SpongeBob where the jellyfish goes up to Patrick, rubs its hands, and then spanks him.
Which is funnier? Oh my god.
I'm close
mean,
enough
obviously-
to do that, yeah.
Obviously, the jellyfish saying Buenos Dias is funnier.
Oh my god, you're right.
So,
I'm
I mean, you
close
do have
enough.
a pike. You can poke it.
I could, but I think I'm close enough to do a cantrip that I have never
Yeah,
been able to
yeah,
fucking
I'm
use.
just Dang.
Oh.
Oh,
Is
fuck.
that a save for this thing?
It is.
I think
It's
it is
supposed to be
saved.
an attack. Constitution saving throw. There we go.
Yep. Yeah. It's a shame because Word of Radiance is fun.
It passed. It's a 15.
Yeah,
Aw.
it's caught as its best next to its strength.
I've never been
also
able to use
rolled-
this fucking cantrip.
It also rolled an 18, so
Yeah, so I'll just say, if everyone wants to like just stomp on this thing, you can.
Yes.
Ochre
Can I
jellies
shoo
aren't
it
the
away?
strongest.
Can't I just shoo it away?
It's still trying to go for Iwate.
Oh my god!
Because he was the one who stepped on it, and he's the closest thing. These things have a 2 in intelligence. These
Yeah,
Oh
you
god.
can't shoo away a slime because they don't even have the brains to like appreciate danger.
Can I intimidate?
They do have brains. They're too busy dissolving them.
Oh my
Mhm.
god.
All they
Yes, I
understand is
brain.
eat and don't eat.
Yeah, yeah.
You
Do
can't
have brains?
intimidate something that has no fear.
It did
You
seem
know-
that it like didn't appreciate the cold. Like it recoiled a bit from it. Seemed to recoil more from the cold than the blow of the morning star.
Like, Morning Star's also magical, so
Well, I'm
yeah,
gonna.
no, I mean it was just like the way it was attitude wise.
gotcha.
Oh,
I mean, it's
I'll
just a
smack it
standard
with-
ochre jelly. It doesn't have anything against bludgeoning or cold. It's just flavor.
I'm gonna shoot it.
I know absolutely nothing about them, so I'm just slap it.
I'm gonna just do a bit of a
Wish it.
smoosh real quick.
Yep, you like compress a portion of it, and it's just like blobs out again. It's just
Ugh. Somebody help us get rid of it.
We're just gonna curb stomp it, I think.
There's
so Ioane, you just got spanked. Do you want to do anything about it?
yes, we're waiting for people to do stuff.
This was just supposed to be a speed bump, so you can all
Yeah.
just like curb stomp this.
Yeah, I'll step on the slime. I don't really have
Oh, man.
non-piercing weapons, so
It thanks you. I'm sorry.
It is amusing to see everyone is willing to murder for him, even though he's not even terribly. He was just inconvenienced by it, really.
It still
Yeah,
was just
but-
like, it was the reaction.
Well, like trying to reach towards you. Like this thing is that mindless. It's just hungry.
I'm just
I don't want to
imagining.
kill it, but it's not stopping.
I'm just imagining
Yeah, so-
Ronald, like pulls himself out of the mud. All of a sudden, feels a across his ass. He pauses, like, "The fuck was that?" He slowly
Yeah.
turns around to see his party just murdering a mud pile.
Like I mean, that's what would have happened if I did have initiative and he rolled bottom of initiative. It's just like, wait, what?
Rolled bottom.
Nah.
Damn it!
Oh my god, I wasn't even trying.
Yeah,
But you
like
did.
yeah. See, everyone's just
The
kind of
Bard's
like
double entendre lessons are kicking in. I see.
Yes, they are.
yeah. Everyone's just trying to curb stomp this thing. Is like we can go.
Whoever's dealt with slabs before would know that this thing would not be able to keep up if everyone just walked away from it.
Yes, let's just walk. Oh my god.
All I can
walk
imagine
away.
is just Rand snarling and like, "I'm gonna kill you!" And Yoda just picks her up underneath the arms and just starts walking away with her.
She was the one trying to shoo it away.
Yeah, but the whole I got a shit list thing.
Yeah, but that was just a little bump.
Yeah.
Like, that was not enough to put on the shit list.
Most of this was
Mhm.
just like instinctive reaction to a startlement, and also
Mhm.
Yeah.
one of my friends getting slapped again.
Mhm.
Yes. Okay, we
So,
God, we walk away.
yeah, I don't
Okay.
I don't care very much. We could just go.
Hold on. Let's see. There's 6 of you. Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm going to roll a d6 to see who it tries to attack of opportunity. Just
Oh my god.
Little bitch.
5, and that is Ryan.
Little
Oh
bitch!
Ow!
This little thing is
Slaps
petty.
you in the leg as Iwate like swings you out of the way, but not in time.
Oh my God.
Oh.
That was a good hit. Ah, wow.
Yeah, what was that fucking max damage? Oh, it was max damage?
No, it wasn't because these things can actually hit really hard if they hit max damage. Especially if anyone had used lightning or slashing damage on it to split them.
Oh, good
It's
lord. Wait, I think I resist acid. Hold on, let me check. I do resist acid. Fuck
As
you.
water genasi rules. Yep.
Yeah.
So I know we're not really in turn order, but can we hit it again since it just slapped Ryan?
Yeah. It's you can. It's not looking very well.
I'm like,
No, I lost my short rest healing.
we were all just slowly starting to pull away. Quiet Hearts really wants to murder it, and then it slaps Rayan. So it's there is no impulse to stop at the moment. 13?
Okay.
Yeah, sweet.
Yeah, they have an AC of 8.
Good
Jesus.
lord.
So literally
that's
after
enough to kill it.
they just begin bludgeoning the mud as like just frosted chips fly everywhere.
Ryan's like hands go up like, what the fuck?
You've defeated the slime, the jelly.
She just looks at Quiet Hearts like silently until Quiet Hearts is done smashing the mud.
Just covered in mud, looking very angry.
Quiet Hearts?
We do need to look at official things real quick. Continue. That was funny.
Quiet Hearts?
It hurt you.
It was just a slime. It was just a little jelly thingy.
Just blinks at that. I don't know what that is.
But it was harmless. I mean, not harmless, but like we could. We stepped on it.
And when we tried to move away, it continued to attack.
Yeah, after we stepped on it and then hit it, we could have. That thing was not going to move very fast. Like we could have just walked away.
They just give like a little just quiet like huffing sound at that.
But don't
Rain?
huff at me.
Or Ryoko or someone would notice that the coin's not there anymore. Like Ryan, when you go to pick it back up where it had dropped, and like set off this whole little thing, coin's not there.
Is it gone? Like melted?
You don't see it.
I turned on my magic eye.
No magic.
Well, the coin was magic. I'm looking for the coin.
Yeah, you're not. You don't see it.
No.
That's bizarre.
Help me find it. Perception?
Investigation, since you're looking for a specific item.
Oh god, I'm bad at this. I say, rolling a 14. Nice. Okay. Where did it go?
Oh.
Oh my god.
I'll try.
Ryoko?
Yeah.
Sure.
So you're looking around, and Ryoko, there's a moment where you like look up, and you see what looks to be like the cord get dropped. You see the cord drop, and then you're like looking, and the coin's gone from it. Like you pick it up, but it like fell from one of the branches of the tree above.
Ah.
That was like
Well,
that was a
seems
poor
like
guy,
something-
poor guy.
Picked up the coin and brought it up top towards the trees.
What?
The
Looks up.
quasars?
All right, I'll go fucking up in the tree then.
Are you just charging in, or what? How are you approaching the tree?
If Ryoko points out what tree that thing dropped from, she's just gonna jump straight up into the branches.
Yeah, it's that one.
So you go dashing up into it, and hidden among the branches, because the branches actually did block the view from the ground, you do see the the dim light from the coin. As you fly up, you see what looks to be a monkey gnawing on it. Turns around, looks at you, and then its face seems to peel back, almost like
Oh,
it's skinning itself as
Oh!
it just screams at you. I need you to do a save, please.
oh my god!
Oh.
DC 10. Oh, that's disturbing. Oh my god.
Just kind of stare at it, just like, really? And it's just like it's almost like a little puff of sulfur smoke as the illusion disappears, and it's just like a closet, same size as the monkey, just sitting there perched like, and it starts like eyeing around, like it looks like it's about to make a break for it.
What did you find?
Grab that monkey.
Yeah, that monkey.
Possibly.
Actually, yeah, it still looks like a monkey. It's just like if it was a closet wearing a monkey outfit, it's lost the helm, the mask.
Oh, I hate it.
Grab that monkey.
I mean, closets are already like demon monkeys.
Yeah, fair. But its face peeled back.
I am not
But-
good at grappling at all,
It's a closet.
but it's a closet, so athletics for that, for me to start that.
Is that what a grapple is, Giovanni? Normally?
Grappling is athletics check, yes.
Okay.
You may not be great at athletics, but it is also a fucking tiny little monkey.
God damn it.
Yeah, I
Well,
have a
let's-
4 in it, but of course I
Well-
rolled a fucking 3.
Here's the thing. Oh, well,
Oh no.
Oh.
Well,
I was gonna say it has a -3, but it rolled a 19.
Oh my god.
is that a strength save or
That's just a
Wait,
check.
well, no,
Because
it'd be athletics, or I mean, it'd be dexterity for it to avoid, right?
Nope.
Trying to
either.
avoid.
to avoid a grapple, a creature rolls either athletics or acrobatics.
Okay, so this thing has a higher acrobatic, so it might roll worse.
Oh god.
It rolled worse.
Hey,
Okay, good fucker.
grab
So
that
it's
monkey.
like, yeah, it's just like flailing in your arms now as you grab onto it. It's just like, let me go, let me go. You called me. Let me go.
Like she's not holding him like in a mean way. She just kind of grabs
Just
him.
firmly.
She grabs him under the armpits like you would a toddler.
Firmly grasp it.
And then she just kind of drops
Yeah.
out of the tree with it.
Remember to squish that cat.
I'm
Uh,
going to.
Corrado drops down, grappling something that you can't see as Corrado. It just went invisible in your arms, but you're just holding on to it.
Is the coin still visible? The glowing coin?
Oh, the coin dropped. You hear it
Oh,
ping
okay.
as it drops out of the tree with a different tone from the higher fall. So you could scoop up the coin if you want.
Oh, she scoops it up and like clutches it.
So what? Did you like grab a chameleon or something?
She holds up the invisible closet and goes, more ass.
More
Oh.
ass.
Well-
You just hear from the invisible thing that she's grappling with, just like, let me go, you called me. What do you want?
Yeah, and you stole our coin.
You left it behind. You dropped it. Finders
Wait,
keepers.
I got smacked by a thing and dropped it. I didn't leave it behind.
That
Let's,
was pretty funny. You got slapped by a mud jelly.
She whacks it on the head.
It goes visible.
Yeah, she takes her tome and whacks it on the head.
Hey, let's not
Well,
brutalize
okay,
the
so-
dude.
Go ahead and roll an attack.
Oh, no.
Oh my god.
It would be funny if you
that's just
book
that's
bonk
just
this
a
thing
D20.
back into the abyss.
10. I have no strength modifier. It's a 10.
Okay, so yeah, you bonk it, dealing no damage because it would be
Yeah.
so funny
Hey,
if you could
hey,
accidentally
No!
bonk this thing back to the abyss.
No, I'm going non-lethally anyway.
Yeah,
hey, let's
hold
not.
on, just out of fun. It's still invisible. But you got a good hit
Oh
on
my
it.
god!
Bonk, at least.
Let's not brutalize the guy we were looking for.
I'm not brutalizing. He's being rude.
As-
It's a. I mean,
Is this how you start off all your interviews?
not me.
Grabbing people and throwing books at them?
Is that how you start your interviews? By stealing something?
Yeah.
The grabbing was more for you
Uh,
stealing the coin than anything.
Ryoko,
Yes,
you remember that's exactly how the group met Pizlop. He was invisible, trying to steal Gleaz's bag of holding.
Look, you don't hold it against monkeys for stealing things that are shiny.
Is that mean to call him a monkey?
I mean, it's currently wearing the form of a monkey, I assume.
Is that mean? Does that mean to call you a monkey?
Okay, look, I'm gonna cut through this. I'm currently trying to work through some sort of latent species self-hatred, so I'm gonna try to do this nicely, little Quasit. Okay? Okay.
Still invisible.
Tell us what we want to know, or I'm going to cut your invisible balls off.
Okay, no.
Do an intimidation, please.
That is admittedly a lot nicer than I thought she was going to go. She's
Oh my god!
I mean,
I think
good
Ray
luck fighting them.
is
They're
rude.
internal, but good try.
Hey, okay. We're not cutting anything off of anybody.
All right, bluff called. Let's cut him.
No!
Hey,
No
hey,
kidding.
hey! I'm the one who called him. I said I was going to make a deal.
Toronto, I need another athletics as he tries wiggling again. And not doing great.
I mean,
You just have to roll better than your last roll. You did.
Okay.
Let's everybody calm down. We don't want them scrambling off because, we're rude.
Yeah.
We're not
You're
exactly
right,
setting
Bonnet.
good first impressions. I'm the one who called them, so let me deal with them.
All right. Hmm.
So, he's gonna get down, or he's gonna bend down, on knees, try to. It's still invisible, right?
it's still invisible, and I'm holding it like you would hold
Yep,
a toddler.
It's
under it.
invisible.
Yeah, he just kind of bends his knees down, tries to get closer to eye level, even though that's probably is like, well, because you're still invisible. I don't know if I'm making eye contact with you, but
It goes visible and it's managed to reposition itself so you're talking right at its ass.
It's the ass episode!
Not
I
trying,
see
but you're
your,
doing with the
episode.
shitty little imp or closet.
I see you are aptly named. But
You know why it's so funny? Why that's so funny? And just
Why?
how I found you all here, dealing with that mud slime. You do know what a morass is in an actual word?
I don't go on swamps very often.
Yeah, it's a mud swamp.
Oh, that's quite a coincidence then.
Yes. Hilarious.
Oh, because it's more ass. I get it.
So
You got caught at a morass, you got slapped on your mighty ass. I'm
so
Morris.
you were watching, eh?
It's- I mean, you called. I've been trailing you for a while.
I wasn't
Yeah, I'd
sure
say that
if you had heard me.
You've been trailing for a while, so you're probably there.
Mm-hmm. Well, thanks for coming. You came recommended by your friend Pizlov.
Is that?
I don't know. Is this a revenge thing? Because I mean, really, you could be working for someone much more impressive than Pizlop.
No.
Well, no, he's working for us. Well, no, he just kind of recommended you, because you seem to know things.
You did scare off the boss, so waiting to see if she comes back or not.
Yeah, well, he pointed us in your direction, because you seem to know things, and we would like to know a few things about the old operation.
He just makes this disgusting grunt. He's like, of course he ratted me out. What are you looking for?
The mines, right? We're asking about the mines.
Yeah, the mines where they were mining the Aurum, giving the lizard folk gold lung.
Yeah, right.
It's been funny watching the lizards go in circles trying to find that place.
Yeah, so you point us in the right direction, you know?
What's in it for me besides a potential castration and trip back to the abyss?
You could hang with us.
Food?
I don't know.
Yes.
Food.
You could hang with us.
Oh my god, Ryoko.
No offense, but I think I'd rather spend my time, does the air quotes, hanging out with actual monkeys. They know how to have a party.
What's a party?
Well, with monkeys, it's where you throw shit at each other.
Hilarious.
Oh,
If
shit.
you work with us, we could get you some provisions. Village.
Eh.
I mean, what kind of legal tender are we talking about here? I don't know what you work for. Like, do you get paid?
Have to offer. I mean, I'd prefer to get paid.
Yeah,
You know,
I'm just asking what
that
you like
why
being paid
anyone
in.
works? What do you have to offer? We're on an island.
Okay.
That's something interesting.
Well, yes.
Novelties. Shit. I don't got nothing.
Well, I have this coin you seemed so interested in. Actually, no, I take that back. You're not getting the coin. This was important to that guy.
I mean, the coin would have been enough, but
the coin. It was. I don't feel good giving it away, but it was important to that guy. She holds up. No. A bead of nourishment. I have some of these if they're of any value to you.
You might have to offer him something, you know. I mean, yeah, you're the one to bring it up in the first place. He was rather interested in the coin.
Well, yeah, but that was the guy's like. It was important to that guy. I don't feel good just giving it away like that.
Well,
He's
you think?
dead.
I think that guy would appreciate us, you know, freeing a bunch of people from, you know, slavery.
Oh yeah, okay, no, you're right. Okay.
So, how about this? How about this? We give you the coin, and looks to Rayan, and she apologizes to you.
What?
For whacking you on the head with a book.
Oh. No, you're right. You're right.
Is that enough payment?
She extends to him the coin. Does he take
He
it?
looks at it, doesn't accept it yet because he knows that would be accepting the terms.
He's
And
not
he's just
trying
kind
to
of
do
like,
that.
Yeah, so...
Corona, are you still just like long cat dangling him?
Yes.
So yeah, Laura F is just dangling the tail, just like reaching down to the ground. Is just like, rubbing his chin. It's just like, I guess lack of a chin. Looking at that picture.
I do like them. They're fun, gnarly little guys.
Yeah. The They really do look like something you would just see scampering around the abyss as like the bottom of the food chain.
Yeah.
Screeching and throwing shit
Well-
at you.
And harassing abyssal chickens.
Yeah.
Or
Playing
riding
chicken
abyssal-
with the chickens.
They could
And she
be
holds
riding
up-
the abyssal chickens.
You'll get this. You'll get this coin, and she holds up a bead. One of these. I will apologize. And if you like, you can hang on my shoulder.
Morass's deal. Not
What?
Morass. Jesus, that's him. What's Pizlop's deal?
I don't know. Actually,
If
Oh,
I
he's-
recall correctly, we don't kill him.
Terrible
He gets all the piss
negotiator.
slop he can drink.
You.
Well, he gets to find. Well, we don't kill him. He works for a good guy, and the satisfaction of trying to solve the puzzle of putting a turtle back together.
He works with technology, which he seems very interested
Yeah,
in.
he always was kind of a nerd. Even before he got demoted back to the closet.
You know, everyone's got their little calling. Well, what's yours then?
what
Well,
do you like?
going to the mine. If you're going to go to the mine, I will have to guide you to it because unless you know exactly where you're going, you won't find it.
Okay.
All right. And this
I
will be
want-
tricky at all, I hope.
I mean, as tricky as walking into a rock, but I want. Ooh. So I managed to sneak down into the mine. I'll just give this little bit of tidbit for you. I want to eat the thing that is controlling the people there.
Oh, what's controlling the people there?
You'll just have to find out. I'm not giving that away. Then you might say no.
Oh, all right.
Is it safe
Looks so delicious.
Is it safe
Oh,
to
I want
assume?
to. And, like
That'll
you
make
see
you
his like he's
stronger.
like kicking his little legs. He's just like it's so
Oh my
delicious
God.
looking. I want it.
I'll assume that's going to
Oh.
make you stronger.
I mean, I hope that's how things work,
Okay.
right? You eat something strong, you get stronger yourself.
I mean,
I
well,
can-
I just eat,
I can
just eat
testify
things
for
to
that,
eat
actually.
things, so
I can
that's-
testify for that.
When Rand goes, I just eat things to eat things. He goes, I mean, yeah, you and every other mortal.
I'm not mortal.
You're mortal
I
at
mean-
present.
Well, I mean, yes.
Like looks
any
over his
mortal.
shoulder at Corrado. It's like, what's their deal? Just now totally casual at being held like a cat.
There's just a deep sigh, and she goes, "You want the whole story?"
No, just I'm guessing it's a long and involved sordid affair, considering everything that I've heard you all overheard some of you talking about.
You can't just tell them. That's not very fair.
She looks over at Rayan and goes, like, mouths at her, "That was a bluff so he would stop asking."
Oh,
Uh,
but I'm
so,
gonna see if
so what you
Let's see if
want
you understand.
is what's currently offered on the table, and you also want a nibble of whatever's down there.
Corrado, what would Corrado have on just like her belt, like just pouches or something?
She doesn't have much.
What would be? what would Corrado feel this little bastard's tail trying to pickpocket as everyone's paying attention to him talking?
Probably her
Holy simple.
her money
God,
belt.
you're
Oh, that's
electrocuted.
That's around my neck.
Yeah.
Damn.
Very
It's like,
likely
no, let me
the-
just
the money.
just try to
Yeah, you
pickpocket
feel
a holy
something
simple.
tugging at your money pouch.
She just kind of casually grabs his tail and squeezes it a little bit in warning, and then lets it go.
And it just flocks and and the tail like coils around its legs. It's just like, okay, fine.
It wasn't a hard squeeze, just like, I saw you. I felt you.
If you promise, if you give your word not to hurt the villagers or the moon scale, or anyone who's on the island like against their will, after you eat this thing and get stronger, is that acceptable? Yeah, live and let live.
Reduce a lot of potential fun I can have on this island, but that thing looks so juicy. It's so squishy looking.
Hey, think of it this way. You working with us means you can mess with your old employers, who I understand were jackasses.
Yeah, she's gonna be pissed.
Yeah, she's gonna be pissed at you anyway, so why not,
Why not work with the people who kicked her out of here the first time?
Get your licks while you can take them.
Work with you, and she comes back and kicks you out, or kills you all, or enslaves y'all. I'll be the one in trouble. But
well, I think you're pretty much already in trouble. You fucked off into the woods.
And we did wreck her big robot.
Quietheart tilts their head at the closet and says, "They couldn't kill the large bird on the island. They did."
They kill the what?
The large bird, Yanzu.
It's dead.
We've taken down the local apex predator. We beat her robot. We beat the robot that the robot was meant to test against.
Yeah, making this place a lot less interesting. I mean, what's next? You gotta go in and destabilize the on-pigs?
As a distraction,
it's on the to-do list.
Karana's gonna look at Iman and go, "Hey, we still have some of that Anzu, right? You want to taste some Anzu, little dude?"
Yes. I don't have the bag of holding currently, but we should.
Yeah.
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
You still have some? Is it a little rotten?
Probably.
Is that how you like it?
That's flavor, but I mean, I think I'd be the only closet to have something like that.
Yeah. This is a one in a immortality lifetime deal. He reaches
there's
the
other
bag.
Anzu out there, apparently. Or at least that's what I heard some of the other bigger fiends talking about. But
I began rooting through the bag.
This one was all fucked up.
Oh shit! That's not it. No, that's not it. Here it is. I think.
Of course, being able to eat it hinges on you accepting our deal.
Yeah.
So you give me that steak, and I'll let you keep the coin. It's just noisy and shiny. Lots of noisy, shiny things around.
The bead?
I'll take that bead, though.
The bead.
Cool.
And if you let me have first dibs chewing on what is enslaving people there, I guess I can show you to the mine.
And you live and let live with the locals. Animal, other like anything like that tries to hurt you. Of course, you protect yourself. I'm not saying that too, but like the people who live in the village and the moon scale. And
so if they hit me first, okay, deal.
Yeah.
I mean, that's only fair. And she whispers to Quietheart, "I'll pass along that they shouldn't attack this guy, or he'll break his own deal."
I'm gonna rip off just a little bit of the steak and open flat paw, because I know fucking animals with teeth who want to try something new will nip. It's like, here, have a little nibble, little dude.
Just looks back at Corrado, who's still holding it.
Deal accepted.
Yeah, okay. Actually, no. I need someone to do a persuade. Probably Yowane. But you are having people are assisting.
Yeah, I can assist. Yeah, I'll give you.
I mean, this whole situation, it would be a.
Oh my God! Wait!
No, I don't know about.
I have-
Yeah.
I have a fairly good persuasion, but if I can't roll for it, then I will.
Yeah, let's see what. Oh.
You know what, Corona, you can try it since you're the one holding him and you're the one who's like, you going to accept. So I will, since Iwate and Corona are kind of the ones leading this, I will let you try. Because,
Oh, excuse me.
I mean,
I'm not much of a
breaking the
talky
fourth
person.
wall.
That's fair.
I kind of want this to succeed.
Oh no.
Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad for a closet.
I don't know. You might.
Okay.
Can't
All right.
fuck with anybody on the island, really.
No, just the people, not like the other things that live here. Not like the other like the monsters and stuff.
Well, I guess. Let me clarify first. I guess.
I mean,
How do you exactly fuck with people? Do you hurt them, or do you just, fuck with them?
did I hurt you? I mean, not that I could.
No.
Shitty pranks
But
are
you get-
acceptable.
Not alone.
Yeah. Shitty pranks are acceptable, I guess.
Yeah. I will add a second bead.
Like, I guess if you're gonna steal someone's fucking belt or whatever, that's fine.
You're just creating a little monster to unleash on the villages.
Oh no.
And he's just like, well, I really want to eat that stupid thing. Okay, fine.
Hey.
Yeah. Okay.
2 beads,
So
the
give
steak,
him-
and the monster.
and give him two beads of nourishment.
And he gets a whole ass
Okay.
steak too.
I saw fucking 15 of these things. guys.
So, yeah, with presenting the rest of the steak, help yourself, and once you're good and full, you can take us there.
Just dives into it, just shredding it.
I like imagine that one feral looking mop of a dog just go.
Yeah,
That's
I've
right.
Wait,
let it go
also
by
being
this
held.
point.
Yeah, and it's just grotesque seeing this little thing just. Yeah, it's not eating the whole thing because bits are just flying off a little bit. There is kind of like a splash zone around this.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's surprising time because it was a nice heavy steak, and because of the it wasn't. Well, he was like, eventually packs it away, and he actually does have like a little bit of a gut now. He's like, tastes like squid, but also dodo. It's weird.
Yeah, it's really fucking weird,
Could
ain't
have
it?
rotted a little bit, but it's actually quite delicious. Okay, and they kind of like tuck the beads away into a fold of skin. You're not sure how that works.
Cool. So, just how far away is it? Because it is getting late. Not all of us can see in the dark.
Where?
Yeah, it's gonna be a day or two from here. It's opposite end of the island. It's on the southern half.
All right. I guess we.
I'm not going to tell you exactly where, but I will give you that much.
That is only fair.
Yeah, it gives us expectations to work with.
And there is
cool.
no way you would be able to find the illusion that you have to walk through to find out. Should I have said that?
It's an illusion on a rock, of course.
Yeah, but there's like
A
lots
little
of
more
rocks.
involved than that, but you're gonna have.
I'm not. I promise. I'm not trying to outsmart you or anything. We're gonna hold up our end of the deal. I just connected things in my head, and she looks sheepish. I got excited.
Cool.
Watching you, fishy.
Not a
Fishy,
fish.
missy.
What? She
Fishy,
looks at her
messy.
hands. Okay, well, I guess kinda. Well,
You kind of are.
what am I made of?
Lots of bits.
Fish.
Seaweed, fish,
Love.
I mean,
girl. That too.
When Ryoko
What?
says that, they kind of like side-eye Ryoka and do like a little step away.
Ryoko, Ray looks at her like, what?
Oh my god.
So cool. Can we're gonna have to bed down soon, find a place to camp, and I hope maybe you don't run off in the middle of the night.
I mean, the deal says I guide you to the place, right?
Yeah.
And hey, working with us and, in good terms, it speaks good for you in the future.
Yeah, there could be permanent employment or something, and
Yeah, like, we're gonna be going around doing things.
I mean,
Hanging with us could get
Pissed
you...
keeps busy now.
We're gonna be
Yeah.
killing a lot of weird
Hey,
things. You'll have the
he's a
opportunity to eat a
nerd.
lot of weird things.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he is a nerd, but you know what happens to troublemakers, right? They go back to hell.
I mean,
That probably sounds like a threat. I didn't mean that as a threat.
no. I mean, it's, truth. But you did send those, the brown girl that tried to jump you. That was funny.
Yeah,
That
so
was you! I knew
well,
it!
well, hold on. Before we start throwing accusations, I will ask your involvement about that. Like, were you trying to
Well, I'm
warn
not saying he
us,
did it.
or
I'm not saying he did it. I
Oh,
just meant
no,
you were the
hey.
monkey who was following us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
And there's like another poof of smoke, and they are that monkey,
oh yeah,
the same one that Kuroda found chewing on the coin.
God damn it.
But they are still talking in that like weird voice of theirs. It's like, yeah, the old boss, was pissed that you wrecked her shop and stole her bag and everything. So I think she sent those after you.
Oh.
so like you
Monkey
just
shrug.
wanted to watch the carnage, or
Yeah, it's funny. Why am I suddenly?
Something got
Jeez.
smoker.
okay,
No, it was like suddenly like a frog was just emerging out of my throat.
a frog, you say?
But
Frog?
yes, ribbit.
Where?
But no,
Where is he?
So it was, yeah. I mean, it was just good fun to watch.
Well, I'm glad you
I
were
mean,
entertained.
Those
and if-
guys did not stand a chance. It's funnier though for the one that got pulled out of the abyss, because they were just here for a few minutes, for a little bit, got their face pounded in, and had to go right back. Probably weren't too happy with the one that pulled them out. That always is kind of the thing I've heard with the bigger ones saying. It's like, if you're pulling someone through dimensions, make sure they're not gonna die like right away, because then it's just an insult. Then you got to deal with someone being pissed off at you when you're reforming in the abyss.
Yeah, I imagine it's easier to slip through the cracks when you're, tiny.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's how we got here.
Cool. So,
I haven't been here long, but dang, just been scurrying around the island ever since the boss brought us here. Whatever the Blood Empress did, she fucked this place up good. Very fun though.
yeah.
Ryoko, that would just send all kinds of warning bells in your head.
So,
Wait, it's not,
we should probably start looking for a
fun.
place to camp.
it's not fun. There's a lot of people suffering here. Wait.
Right. Continue the thought.
Wait. Does she have
You're
something to
almost
do with
there.
the thing in the reef?
Who?
The queen? The person you just mentioned?
No, no. Well, they seem to kind of think about it. Monkey tapping their chin. It's just like, the boss did say they were working with someone in the water. Never really met
What
them.
do you know about
Don't
it?
really like to swim. I don't know. That's just where we were getting the Aurum, and the blood sacrifices.
Did she say anything about it? Anything? Besides
Not
just
to
that they were
me,
working
and
with it?
you got her notes. You stole
In
her,
the note.
her.
Yeah.
And what you remember from the notes is saying that they refer to whatever in the reef as their partner, and
Yeah,
talking about shipments. And that's
Clearly-
basically it. They didn't.
They were being very not very direct about it,
yeah.
and
Did she ever slip up and mention a name or something?
No, but is it something to do with those weird dreams that
They're affecting
things
you
talk
too?
about? I don't dream really, at least not here. Used to do that in the abyss, but don't really dream here. So I just hear what other people say, or mortals say when snooping around.
And he does pull Rand aside. Is like, well, let's be realistic here. This guy was at the bottom of the totem pole, or
I know, but listening in, he could have
usually, like I know just from experience that usually people at the very bottom don't hear shit about what's going on top. You just do your job.
Fair.
I don't want to give him any more reason to run off.
Sorry.
Yep, it's fine. It's fine. I understand that you really want to get to the bottom of this mystery. But it seems to click for him. It's like, this island's fucked up. It's making me be the delicate one.
Okay, it's not that. Okay, no, it's pretty fucked.
Yuade stopped for a moment. He just had a realization. This island is fucked up. It's making me be the gentle one.
I appreciate you putting up the effort. You're doing a good job handling the closet.
Yeah, I mean, I
Speaking
have a lot of experience working with, small people who
this thing is very goblin size. It's probably a
Yeah.
little bit shorter than most goblins, but
Yeah, I have a lot of experience working with people who are tiny and used to being intimidated by me, so I kind of had to learn not to be scary.
You're not scary.
speaking of the closet, Morris, when you turn back and look, as you kind of step to the side, the closet's just looking up at Quiet and goes, "You smell like a hospital."
Sorry, I
What?
didn't hear who that was. Who that was at.
At you, I was at you. You
At
smell like
Quiet
a
Hearts,
hospital.
he looks up at Quiet Hearts and just goes, "You smell like a hospital."
What does a hospital smell like?
Medicine.
Just blinks at that. He goes, I don't have any. They just look utterly
Has
confused.
this like suspicious squint on its monkey face because it hasn't changed out of the monkey form yet.
Morath?
Yeah.
Would you rather
Yes, fishy.
travel by foot, or do you want to like hop on a shoulder?
To kind of turn and scrabble up a tree.
You could do
You're
that.
good. You're good, DC.
You know, you're very good. I really enjoyed that soft Yuane.
Heart soft.
He's looking up at Morass, who's up in the branches now. Cool, that works. You know, you're out of sight. You got a vantage point. You could tell us what the fuck's up ahead, I guess.
No, I'm just guiding you to there. I'm not playing scout. And they go invisible, but you still hear them. It goes, "I'll still, lead you around there, but I'm not a frontliner, so you are all very loud and noisy, and I've seen some of the things that have attacked you. I'm just gonna stay off on my own. Make sure I don't become collateral."
Yeah, I understand.
As you hear him like moving around in the branches above, it's just like, while invisible, it's just like, made the deal, so I'll gauge you to it. But
Yeah, we probably won't get very far before night falls, so
go ahead, look for a place. I'm not stopping you.
Yeah. Do you know what this wand does?
Probably shoots magic.
He's got us there.
He does have us there. That is probably what it does.
You guys are so not helpful.
Is anyone helping you out or want to roll additionally?
Oh God, I'll try. I'm not good at it.
I don't have.
please help me. I am under the water.
Yeah, I'm not good at it.
I will.
Oh, okay. So
God, 17 on the other side. Fuck off. Oh my God.
You're all bad at this.
Yeah.
kind of funny
I don't have
that
survival.
the first arc is a survival-based thing, and everyone is just like, "Well, not proficient."
I'm proficient. I'm just not good at things because she's dumb.
I'm proficient. The dice said no.
I could
Next-
aid you.
I've used all my brains talking to the
I'll
closet.
give it a try, but I don't have. I've got a 1 in survival, and that's untrained.
Oh my God.
So,
There's trees
all right.
here.
You know what? We're doing all this. We're failing miserably. I'm just going to cast Flock of Familiars and send my familiars to look for somewhere safe to bed down.
I could also just use my maybe roll to help him on and give him the 24.
You could. God?
Well, I was only trying to get a few rolls, but it kind of avalanche there. So, sure, we'll let you assist him on.
Yay! That's a 24, not a 10.
You overwhelmed me with the rolls.
Sorry.
Oh, that's fine.
So I have to get up and get the cat food because she's biting me. So I will be right back.
Biting and killing and violence.
Fighting and killing and violence and stabbing and chomping and nomming. And Ahmad looks for a place to sleep that has relatively decent shelter for all of us.
Okay.
With the 23.
And honestly, you start realizing you're not far from Tama's place. And that's fairly well protected with that good of a roll, because you are just like north of it.
Oh, we could just go to Tama's.
You will arrive in the middle of the night. Well, not middle of the night, but after sunset. But you get the sense with how many spider webs are around. They'll probably know when you're close.
Yeah, and we did just take a short rest before we started walking, so we're not hurting for.
It's been a while since that short rest, because you traveled from
but,
here.
The point is
to here.
We got a rest. We didn't get it. We need to go to sleep, but we are not
I think I know what
ourselves.
Yeah, I think I know what you're getting at. We could push ourselves. We could afford to push ourselves a little.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
So
the spiders.
Oh yeah, we could. Actually, hold on. Morris, I know you said you wanted to stay out of the way, but we're gonna go visit a friend's. There's a lot of spider webs there, and we don't want you to get snacked on. Those spiders those spiders were very big.
Yeah, those things love monkeys.
Yeah, so you could come down with us, and we'll keep you safe.
You feel something, not super heavy, but something drop down on your head. As everyone else looks up, and you just see what looks to be an iguana sitting now on Ioane's head.
I'm getting ratatouille.
Oh my gosh, she's so cute.
Computer deactivate iguana.
It was invisible.
He goes invisible.
He's like,
Careful,
your eyes
I'm
are so big.
poisonous.
Are you?
Yeah, quasits do have a poison to their claw attacks.
That's in character.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
So, Kurata, there's now an iguana riding around on Ioane's head because you're all going to the spider farm.
Okay.
I can work with this.
Rano, look at that! Look at that creature! Look at the creature he turned into.
I'm looking at the creature.
What is it?
There are. You have seen. I know I haven't been really great recently in describing
No, you have.
wildlife, but there
You
are
just-
iguanas.
Okay.
I'm
But
sorry to
Rich
say,
Ryan-
there were iguanas for dinner at both the Moonscale and the Rondo Village.
Oh no!
I am
But
Ryan
Curious,
the
what
meat,
kind
so-
of iguana? Because I know there's other kinds, but my first brain goes to the big green ones.
yeah, he's a jungle iguana, the big green iguanas. But there are marine iguanas of varying size throughout Rukor.
I also
Right.
don't know why Rayon keeps pointing out little animals to Kurano when she knows that she wants to eat them really bad.
God damn it!
Why would you do this to me?
Yeah. Kingfishers love lizards.
It's a trap!
Yeah, every time Rayan points out an animal to Karano, it's like, stop! It's like, shut your mouth, vile temptress! I know this is a trap!
So, Amon,
Yes.
guiding the group through the jungle. You remember why you missed Amon? Because Amon was able to find the paths that were much easier for you to crash through.
Yeah.
Being closer to the ground and finding the paths that weren't overgrown. So
it's good to have you back, little buddy.
He smiles
And-
faintly and nods.
Yeah, because
Amon-
on the way up to the north, it was, I'll be real, I was kind of lost.
Fair enough, bud.
So, sunset is starting to go. You will probably need to rely either on people doing dark vision to guide the rest of you, or if you wanted to do a light source, now would probably need to be the time.
What is everybody?
Yeah, I
You
will
just
let
get a drift
anyone
globe.
with, I will let people with dark vision take the lead on this.
Which Amon does have.
I do have
Yay.
some. Mon just skittles to the front. It's like, just follow me. Use the weird, funky
I'm
magic
just
board.
meaning it will go slower for those of you without dark vision to traverse because you're stumbling in the dark just with moon and starlight.
Yeah.
Although you did just get a drift globe, so if you want to risk the light, it's possible. But pros and cons to both. Depending on how you want to proceed.
I'll just trust him on. For
Yeah.
myself, anyway. If anybody else wants to turn a light on, that's fine. But Kurano trusts him on.
So do I.
Amon is not going to turn on the light because that's just a lot of unnecessary attention.
Can do the dark vision. Keep an eye out for us.
Oh, jeez, is Joanna the only one without dark vision?
I don't have it either.
Oh, Corrado, that's right. Yep, the giant and the bird.
Which is funny as hell that the bird does not have fucking dark vision. It's like the
Birds are diurnal.
It's like the catfolk in Pathfinder only having low light vision because fuck them, I guess.
Yeah.
It's a kingfisher.
Yeah,
not
or
Mal.
like cat familiars don't have dark vision. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that is weird.
I mean, honestly, if someone got a cat familiar, I would say, yeah, cat would have dark vision. Just makes sense.
I mean, same thing too. Is the cat's by default in 5e for whatever reason to like take falls would kill them.
Yeah. Anyways, so following Amon and guiding Kurono and Ioane, and actually Ioane, I wasn't intending for the Ratatouille things to be a little so blatant, but the iguana actually does kind of help guide you a little bit because they've got the dark vision,
Oh, thanks.
the demon dark vision. But yeah,
Can't even say this is the
Amon?
first time I've had someone riding on my head, pulling my hair, telling me where to go.
Yeah, not like last session where it was one of the flock of familiar rats. But the so Amon, you're traveling through, and you know you're on the right path once you start seeing large spider webs start stretching across branches, and you realize you're on the right path. And it takes you a bit, but eventually, as you're traveling along deeper into this area with thicker webs, and you're managing to find. Unfortunately, Ioane, it just happens, and this actually happens to everyone. There are a couple times where you get a face full of spider web, just walking through this darkness, even with the devil's sight and everything with you warlocks. But yeah, eventually you do hear that dry voice go, "I wasn't expecting you back so soon and at such an hour." As you look up and you see the black and yellow exoskeleton of Tana just kind of perched up in a tree, and there is like a one of the orb weaver looking spiders. They're just kind of cradling as they're repositioning it to another web.
I do apologize for the unknown intrusion, but we were in the neighborhood and it got dark. And
hey, boss.
Ione can't hardly see in this dark.
Yeah, I can't see shit.
That won't do. And they do a snap and they use a light cantrip on Actually, it's kind of very pretty because with the sudden light that's just like a little ball of light hovering above their palm, no bigger than a candle, but with that little light, it's just an iridescent spread around you as all these webs catch and reflect the light in the darkness, and it's honestly very pretty for a moment as you're just surrounded in gossamer iridescent light.
That's pretty.
Beautiful.
Oh, before I forget, excuse me, little buddy. Just kind of putting hands around the iguana. We have a tour guide. Please don't eat him.
Shame. Iguanas are quite delicious. And then they squint. As the iguana squints back, goes, "Oh, it's not normal, is it?" And the iguana goes, "No, I'm not." Oh. Okay, noted.
He is our very generous tour guide. He's helping.
Yes.
So please don't eat him.
So, I assume you are not just passing through then, considering most of your kind are asleep at night, yes?
We are not technically passing through. We are on the hunt for something.
We honestly just wanted to
I need to prepare hammocks for you all.
That would be lovely if that would be all right. Or at least pointing us to a good clearing where we could sleep.
Yeah, you don't have to.
It would be safest in my clearing. Come along. And they slink down, and once again, you're just shocked at how tall this lanky Spider-Man is, as
Yeah.
they guide you under the webs and around. They do have to pull aside some branches sometimes, then so you don't step through a wall of webs. But
Your webs look so pretty.
it has taken some time to cultivate them. But this island is actually a very good habitat for them. Lots of things to catch and eat. Lots. No competing silk farms trying to sabotage. It's besides the occasional fiendish and interloper. It's not bad.
Good.
And as they lead you into their clearing, it's once again there's like a small hut built up into a large tree. It goes, unfortunately, my hut there's not room enough for everyone, and I prefer my privacy there, but can set you up with some hammocks here, and it should be safe enough. And they kind of like look up to the sky, and there are some clouds. It goes, if it rains, I apologize, but you should be able to deal with some rain, yes?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'd love some rain, honestly.
They nod, and they quickly pull out some some bundles of silk that were inside this little. They have this like shed. It looks like they made to store a bunch of spools, and in basically no time at all, they weave a couple of hammocks between some of the trees around the edges, and yeah, you can build a little fire pit, and yeah.
I'm okay taking one that'll get hit by the rain. I do like the rain.
Yeah, it is mostly like since the hammocks are strung up by the trees. The trees would, if there is rain, the trees would block most of it. But if there's a downpour, kind of shit out of luck.
Rain wants to be in the spot where she does get hit with rain.
Okay. Yeah, there was one that's a little more open.
Yeah, she takes that one because she likes the rain.
Don't spin a hammock for me. I see a comfy-looking patch of moss.
Are you sure?
That would be a lot of silk.
Oh, I can unweave them, and it is strong enough. You would be fine.
Yeah, like the shirt you gave us, by the way, we tried. It was very comfy. Thank you for that.
Yes. I am thinking of designs to use those feathers we traded for. Oh, that reminds me. And they kind of trail off, not finishing what they were going to say, and then just scale up into their hut, leaving you there for a few minutes. If you want to talk, feel free. You can set up a little cooking pit, fire pit if you want.
Yeah.
With it being in this clearing, you're pretty sure that you can use light, as long as it's not like you're setting off the daylight. You'd be pretty. It's like Orovier's camp. This is a safe spot to camp, so you don't have to really worry about being spotted unless you do something dramatic.
Stupid.
Start firing off fireballs into the sky.
Or exploding mechanical birds.
Yep. So, yeah. Tama is gone for the moment, so you can set up, get ready for long rest.
Yeah.
Ryan, you still had some things to inspect, and there was also all those notes.
Yes, the wand and the notes. I will. Oh God. Let's see.
Do an Arcana.
Can I guidance?
Sure.
No.
Definitely an invocation wand. You're not sure what spell it is, but from just context clues of how it looks and how it looks like something caught fire almost inside it, you'd think this wand might be on the verge of breaking. It still seems usable, but it definitely seems to be some kind of fire-based spell.
Yeah, I don't want to use it if it's going to combust and die. I want to let it recharge, but like it's been in there for a while, so I don't know if it will recharge.
Yeah, you get the feeling this thing, it's definitely not working at full capacity. Definitely not.
Can I mend it at all?
Not. You can't really use mending on magical items like this.
Yeah. All right. What's these notes then? While we chill.
Especially not being an artificer.
Yeah.
Like I might say an artificer would have a chance if they had the proper materials to repair a magic item, but
We do know an artificer.
We do, yeah.
You do know an artificer.
But now, what do these notes say?
You start looking through the notes. Right as Tama reappears and goes, "Sorry, I just wanted to show these off."
She jumps.
As they clamber down, and they've got like a sling, like a web sling, or a sling made out of webs. As they hunker down and they're very careful with them, they pull back. It goes. And you see what looks to be iridescent blue pearls. It looks like, and then you realize you see one of them twitch, and you realize, oh no, those are spider eggs. It goes. I found the phase spider nest after you dispatched the parents. I only just got back home from recovering these. Oh. And there's like 6 of these blue pearl looking things.
Brian, just
and they seem like almost, they don't seem fully physical. Like they're not fully on this plane of existence, but you remember how the phase spiders were going ethereal, so you wonder if that's something that starts even with the eggs. But
that's cool.
Because they don't spin much silk, but what they do spin is very useful. Hopefully, I can raise these to be tame. I just wanted to thank you for alerting me to them.
Yeah, good luck.
Suppose, and they kind of look over to the shed where they clearly they've been stockpiling a bunch of silk. He goes, suppose I shall wait on building the balloon.
Balloon?
Yes, it's with the Anzu gone, I can construct one and perhaps sail away back to a more populated islands, but for now, this island is quite useful to the spider husbandry.
Stop licking yourself, cat. Stop. Enough now.
But they go, well, take care for the night. I'm going to retire myself.
Thank you
I
for
have
your hospitality.
Some work to do in weaving, but of course. You have been polite and you have made the island safer for us. So it's the least I can do. And they clamber back up into their hut with the eggs. And so back to the notes. Unless anyone wanted to interact. I know there hasn't been some of you who have gotten a lot of screen time tonight. I'm really sorry.
No, it'd be like that sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So, going through the notes, you learn that the man was someone named Hayden from the Marician Empire.
Ah, see what? Okay.
Hayden, not Hayden.
Hayden.
Yeah.
He's going to awaken up
They
Doom
are
Guy.
a member of something called the Curator Order.
Oh.
They don't really go into it. They say they were, from a lot of this is like fragmentary from what you're gathering. because it seems that there was a lot at one point in the room. Water got in and damaged the papers before it evaporated or what disappeared or dissipated. So a lot of this is fragmentary, but the notes indicate they were a member of the Curator Order, and they were searching for an object left behind when the island was evacuated in the last days of the war between the Ruby Empire and the Mericians. When the Mericians occupied this island, they have, when the Empire... This is my fault for naming them both empires when they were fighting. But
That's fine.
Ruby Empire abandoned the island. Mercia, because during the war, Mercia took it over, but then left, abandoned the island after the Ruby Empire fully fell, and evacuated basically all their people off the island for some reason. Not quite sure. But they followed... their notes indicate their frustration that while they had shipwrecked on the island that they had come to, they found the item left behind by mistake in the mostly empty vault after they had followed clues from the war era, reports from the war era tracking this device. But in doing so, got themselves trapped when they tried fleeing from the aggressive warbird who didn't recognize them as a citizen of the Empire, chased him into the vault and thinking himself safe until after realizing the door had been wedged shut. He was unable to escape. Knowing he was going to die unless a miracle happened, they studied what they could of the device, and you realize it's that strange stone thing that you picked up, Ryoko?
Mm-hmm.
Saying it resembled no stone they recognized. The notes continuing on saying that it must fragmentary, so this is very disjointed and such. Saying that it must be recharged and attuned at certain locations. And there's like a little sketch of the island. It goes saying, one of them believed to be the facility now overrun by feral Onkeg. And that is the last of the notes before it goes, run out of food and water, can't blast down the door, axe isn't strong enough, I'm not strong enough.
Oh.
And it just says, to whoever finds my notes, please continue the work and give my regards to my family. And they go, they're in Meridonia. They also say, give my regards to my family and the order.
We need to pass this along.
If we can get off the island, we will.
Yeah, if anyone wants to do a history check or even a religion check, because I think your religion with wisdom is better than your history, Chrono. If anyone wants to do that for the Curator Order, because I assume, Ryan, you've been discussing this with everyone.
I look it up in my book.
Okay. Anyone else want to take a roll?
Yeah, I'll roll the religion with the wisdom. Just need to make the dice roller work. Wow, never mind. Fuck you too.
Oops.
Wow.
Well, it's kind of funny though then that Ryan's the one who did well, especially with the book. As you flip through a few pages and you find almost like a not like a manifesto, but kind of like a declaration. It seems like a paper, like almost like a recruitment flyer, sort of. But it's like the Curator Order, seekers of knowledge before the deluge, and preservers of knowledge and finders of the lost. And it's basically saying the Curator Order is a semi-religious group dedicated to the gathering and preservation of knowledge.
Oh. Very cool.
And actually, you see on there's like a little symbol. I'll have to come up with a symbol. Shit. But you actually remember this little sigil that or emblem. You actually read. It looks very familiar. You swear you've seen this recently, but can't quite place it. You're pretty sure you've seen that symbol before. Maybe back in the village.
Oh, maybe there's someone from the curator order in the village.
Honestly, please, I'm just trying to get anyone else involved. And anyone else
sorry.
wants to roll. I'm just like, I feel bad that it's just been a few people tonight.
I rolled and Corrado knows shit, so.
She got in that one.
I got nothing in history or religion, so I can just.
Well, history, but
See?
There we go.
Mana and Ryoko, you both almost immediately remember that gnome on the boat with you, Riz, I think his name was? Yes, Riz. He had a book he was always writing in. Had the same symbol on it. When if like Rayan, you turn it around and show people, yeah, it's the same symbol you've seen embossed on his cover of the book he's always writing on.
My book tends to be written in deep speech, so it's just surrounded by scrawls of unknowable words.
Well, it's like that's like the one page is this like flyer, and then the other page is just like you start getting a headache if you start looking at it too long.
Oh my god.
Oh, that looks like Ridge's notebook symbol. You might be able to pass that on to him, and he'll find use for it.
Oh, that's a good idea. He was on the boat with us, right?
Mm-hmm. The gnome fellow.
Yeah.
And Ryoko?
yes.
Now that you are somewhere where you can inspect it with, bright light, you look at this thing and, it's looks like stone, feels like stone, very dense. It feels heavier than it would probably should be if it was like normal stone. But it's looks like a grayish black, very dark, but there are these specks of color. Like as you shift in the light, you realize it's not just like not like snowflake hematite where there's like the white specks in it. You start seeing these specks. It's almost like glitter, where you just see these specks reflect different colors of light depending as you like shift it and like hold it up to the light. But if you hold it up to the light, it's semi-translucent. You can almost see through it, like it's maybe glass of some sort, or like crystal rather than stone. But it is, that like when you hold something up and it's just like you can just barely see the light through it, and you just see these flecks of color just suspended in this crystal. If you had to guess, maybe it's some type of crystals mineral. But it's just looks like no mineral or stone basically anyone in the party has witnessed.
Look at this weird fucking rock.
Can I roll on that?
It was a very
You
pretty
did
rock.
before.
No, I didn't roll on the rock.
Oh, so go ahead, try Arcana.
Why did I ask this question?
It was a very nice rock.
A soft 20, holy shit.
Pick it up, and there's like these lines engraved in it, and you realize those aren't lines, like engravings, they're themes. You're looking at this and you get the sense that this thing, whatever it is, it's, as the guy said, it's lacking something and it is dormant.
I thought this was just something like the Aurum, something predisposed to being enchanted, but no, this is like, I don't know, this is something else.
The notes called it a device. The notes refer to it as a device.
This is a device.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, that's Rayan having new word for Rayan. That's not
mocking you. That's Ray's new word. This is a device. There's something in like a near where the Onkeg nests were. Some kind of abandoned. What do you call it? Lab.
Facility.
Facility. There's something called a facility there that should be able to turn this on.
Huh.
It
So-
mentions that it needs. It said something about multiple locations.
But that is the
But
one.
one
that
of
he knew
them.
About.
Yeah, this was the closest one.
Yeah.
Which
Scratch
the
it.
notes, like there's a little bit of fragmented notes speculating that that's possibly why it was on the island in the first place.
Okay.
Scratching
So we
my
might-
head a little bit. I look at it. It's like, is a rock. How
No,
do you
it's not
turn a rock?
No. Look. Just look at the way this is shaped. That's not normal. And look at these. See these aren't engravings. These are seams.
So it's a weird rock.
No, it's not a rock. This was made not by like the world. This was made by like intelligence. This has a direct purpose.
You hear Morass go, depending on who you ask, the world was created, with intelligent design.
Well, okay, yeah, but like the gods tended to see, yeah, the gods made the world, but then they made things and then they let things happen. Like, yeah, gods made.
Kurano turns really slowly and looks at him like it's not like a you shut up. It's like a haha, that was really fucking funny, but I can't laugh out loud. But I'm going to acknowledge that was a good fucking joke.
The iguana is grinning in a way that iguanas can't.
Oh my god, it's like creepy. So like God made a god made the earth, the physical earth, and then the various forces of nature shaped those. This was put together intentionally.
That's the
like
sun's
that.
stomach. Points to the smaller bloody moon.
Just Ray and chuckles to herself. Lightweight.
Oh. Well, don't wizards carry around rocks? They make those. They look at the
This
rock a
could've
little
been
bit and they
made by a
just
wizard.
Under the orb.
yeah they sure love pondering their rocks.
Ray is currently pondering the orb, although it's not orb shaped, so.
They like it better when it's like
Yeah.
round.
Yeah,
But,
it's
like,
That was
like,
a pretty good shape.
This is magic. This is magic that's not complete.
it's like
There's
a
something in
hexagonal
that.
cylinder.
This
flat
is
on both ends,
hexagonal cylinder.
I'm just trying to
guess-
describe how it looks, but it's like
Yeah, I
flat on
know,
both
it's
ends. It's
I was just being silly.
It looks like the jewel pod that Steve smoked in Worthy Kids.
I don't know what that means.
I'll get you.
Some people will.
I get it.
So this is magic that's waiting for something to activate it. Like your tattoos. No, your tattoos are always on. It's like any
Like,
other magic item.
That
It's
big
an
bird
item-
you killed,
What?
or like constructs, the bird you killed.
Yeah, the Anzu had magical properties that weren't active until it was hit with magic. Like, it absorbed the electric magic and shot it back. When it didn't have the lightning in it, it was just, inert. That's what this is. Right? You understand?
About as well as I ever understand magic.
Yeah, that's
It's
about
really
as far as
not-
I got.
It's really not as complicated as you think it is. Like, magic is like, there's a lot of kinds and they do different things, but at a fundamental level, magic is not that complicated.
Oh, I just remembered something I was gonna add to the notes just for the knife twist of aw.
Oh no!
He
Oh
says
no!
that even though he had the scroll of Thunderstep, he could not create a line of sight outside of the room to escape.
Oh no! Oh, fuck.
Because you have to be able to see where you're going.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. So you go through the notes, and you've been discussing this, and you mend up these notes and gather them up so you can give them off to Riz if you want later on, or hold on to them yourself.
Yeah.
But uh,
Sleep.
middle of the night, you can start going to bed if you want. People okay to keep going, or I know normally this would be the end time, right?
Only 9.
Or it would be another hour.
Maybe another hour.
Okay.
If this is a good endpoint for you, then that's all right too.
I mean, it's okay, but can continue on with more travel during the day. I'm perfectly fine to keep going for however long.
Yeah, another hour.
Yeah.
Everyone okay with that?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So, if you want, you can set watches, but like I said, this is much like Orvir's camp, where this is designated a safe zone, or like the villages.
It can't
Where,
hurt.
like I said, but stuff still did happen in safe zones. It's just
Yeah. Less likely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ryan's gonna recommend we do it.
There's no like video game certainties.
Right.
We're not in a save room. We're just in a place where it's less likely to happen.
I immediately flash back to Claire. You need to turn your books. Where'd she go?
Where'd you go?
God damn it. God
There,
damn
Claire.
it.
There you are. Where'd she go?
Okay. Who watched when?
I can't see in the dark, so.
I'll take first watch.
I'll take second watch.
I'll take third.
Rayan take no watch.
I can take a watch.
That's persuasion, not perception.
Rayan take
Damn all
no
these
watch.
Percys. Damn these Percys.
Yeah, it's nice to know I'm not the only one.
So, Ryoko. Okay. So everyone else hunkers down for the night, goes into their hammocks. And yeah, Yoana, if you accepted it, it's probably the sturdiest hammock you've ever been in, besides like one that's made out of actual sailcloth.
Yay!
Yeah. So very comfortable night. Didn't have bad rolls, but spider spin webs, so hammocks.
Yeah.
Um,
I will say Quiet Heart stays up a little longer than normal because in the hammock swinging.
Because what?
They're swinging in the hammock. Because if you've ever brought like a small child to a hammock, they immediately begin swinging in it. It is just a natural law of the universe.
That's definitely something you would have done on the boat because most of the time when you're sleeping on a sailing boat, you're in a hammock because of just the way things rock.
They didn't have nearly as much room to swing in the boat hammock. With this one, it has room and trees and shit. They're swinging just like they spend like a good 2 to 3 hours swinging before they finally go to sleep.
So Ryoko, you see Quiet Hearts having a good time, just swaying back and forth. The night goes. You think that maybe because there's so many spiders, you don't hear as many night birds as other parts of the jungle, but you still hear them. But nothing really stands out. Occasionally, you do see what looks to be like the shadow of a rather large spider creeping across some of the web walls surrounding the clearing. But thanks to Tama, that those aren't a threat. And speaking of Tama, there's actually probably near the end, getting close to like not long before the end of your watch, where the largest moon, I think it was the largest moon, Vera, the pale one, not the stomach of the sun, because there are two moons to the Rukor. The pale moon is highest in the sky. It's not a full moon, although it's getting larger. As you see Tama perched up on top of their roof, doing what looks to be a prayer gestures up towards the moon, where they're kind of reaching up to it and then making gestures with their hands. And you kind of see them mostly because they're almost silhouetted against the moon as they're reaching up towards it. And just because it's funny, if you want to do a religion check, you can. Or a history if you have proficiency in one or the other.
I don't.
Okay. You're not sure what they're doing, but you vaguely are aware that there is, among the Elvish nation, where most of the other caps are also from, there is a moon goddess that's, widely worshipped, but you can't recall the name.
Mm-hmm.
They're
Well,
not up there long. Sorry, what?
well, seems like a pretty good start to the watch.
Yep. And an eventful night besides witnessing that and seeing some of the spiders creeping around. So your watch ends.
Mm-hmm. All right, next watch, your turn.
Okay. Amon will get up, give you a polite nod, and then go sit by the fire and keep watch.
Okay. Really, the only thing you see is eventually Moras the iguana crawls over and then just flops and goes to sleep next to the fire pit. And then actually, you realize eventually he does seem to fall asleep because all of a sudden the iguana pops into a snoring closet next to the fire.
Huh. Isn't that interesting?
And actually, you see its tail curl into the fire, and it just does like a contented sigh.
If I were Rayan, I'd probably call this cute.
Yeah, except its little snoring murmurs are just horrific sounding, and it's the giggle it lets out as it's sleeping. You get the vibe. It's just like just from the way it giggles, it's like don't want to know what it's dreaming about.
Yeah, I'm not gonna ask in the morning.
Other than being creeped out by this little freak that's joined the party, your watch is fairly uneventful. Kind of thankfully, since it's been a long day for most of the party.
Yep.
So, second watch ends. Third watch. Anyone wants to take that?
I believe Quiet Hearts was.
They can, yeah.
Rayan was denied.
I mean, honestly, I'll just say that there's not really going to be a problem for the rest of the night. It's just might see something interesting.
Yeah, it's fine. Let's see if we might see something interesting.
Or 12s.
Oh my god!
And funny enough, Ryoko's perception was 2 12s.
12 night.
So, yeah. Once again, it's just a very peaceful night. You see some of the spiders creeping around. Since you have slightly better dark vision than Ryoko, since you've got the invocation one, I think.
The
But-
advanced dark vision.
Yeah, for that advanced darkness. And yeah, it's just, other than seeing some of the spiders creeping around, nothing really grabs your attention. You're kind of hoping maybe you saw your little buddy from the night before, but with the spider webs, it might not be too safe for them to be flying around here.
Yeah.
You might hear a little sylvan voice going, "Help me! Help me!"
And
Oh, no.
so I'm gonna ask you, Sarah. Were you thinking of that scene in Emperor's New Groove?
Oh god, yeah.
So I wasn't the only one.
Fly.
Help me! Help me!
Too late.
No pixie cries of distress, but dawn comes around. You know, the morning mist is thick in the jungle, and yeah, you get this. Tama hasn't really emerged, but since you saw him up so late, Ryoko, you think he's probably sleeping during the morning. But yeah. You can gather up your stuff and depart whenever you want. If you wanted to socialize, don't let me stop at that ever. But what y'all want to do next?
Rayan.
Morass did say it would be faster to go around the base of the mountain, following some of the animal paths, than to go over that. Try to go in between these peaks. It's just because it would be a steeper climb.
Rayan does try and go to Corano, but everyone's waking up. Like, I can do a watch.
She sits up and looks at her and goes, "You're capable of watching. It's not what I'm calling into question."
I just let you guys get some more sleep, that's all.
She's gonna sit up and look at you very seriously. She's gonna go, "Let us get some more sleep." Yes, you did. But what would have happened if you had been exhausted the next day and it came down to you to notice something before it killed one of us? Would you have been able to? Can you guarantee that you would have seen it?
I wasn't tired enough where my eyesight would have been worse. I was careful.
There's no need for you to push yourself when we're all here to help one another along.
We're all in danger. We're all in danger.
And taking it all on yourself is never a good idea. Never. Never. Especially when we have a group of friends who all want to help each other and can.
So I was trying to help you.
And in doing so, you could have endangered us.
I'm not even the one who looks out anyway. I'm not good at the seeing like you and Quiet Hearts are.
She's holding up a claw and she goes, but what if you had seen something that we didn't? It all comes down to the fact that we all have to help each other. And we can't take on too many burdens alone, or we all crumble. And she holds up her fingers in like a lattice shape, and she goes, You try to break this shape, and you can't. But you take one bit of it away, and you push. She's very gentle, and she like kind of brings you in and hugs you.
Oh.
With both arms and wings, and she goes very quietly, whispers, and she goes, there isn't any need for anybody to push themselves like that. You don't have to do that. I understand the sentiment behind it. I do.
I can't lose you guys.
And she's gonna pause there and go, I can't guarantee that you won't, even if you watch for 1,000,000 years.
Oh, he looks up and there's tears coming out of her one eye. There's also probably some like coming out from like underneath her hair on the other side, but no one but Fireheart has ever seen what's under there.
And she's just gonna look at you very seriously. There's no cruelty in what she's saying. It's just warm facts. I am going to die one day, and there's nothing that you can do to stop it.
I can try.
I wouldn't want you to.
Why?
It's not... And she's trying to find the words because her player's also trying to find the words.
Yeah.
If I die, and it's a way that I would want to go, defending others, I would want you to let me go. I have things waiting for me when I die. If you try to keep me around after I've gone, either naturally or in such a way, you will be taking away my choice.
Oh. I don't want to take anything away. Never again.
So, what I want you to do is remember that death is natural. It's going to happen. But defending your friends and making sure that they stay alive as long as possible is always the correct choice.
She nods.
And I will make it just as much as you make it. You don't have to hurt yourself to help others.
I can't promise that I won't.
Most people can't, actually. Some people struggle with that for the entirety of their existence.
My existence is a lot longer than others.
But if there's one lesson that you take from me, or try to take from me, is that suffering for others is sometimes noble. Other times, especially when it's not necessary, it's only foolish.
She nods.
I won't stop you from taking a watch again because I think I can trust you. Don't break it.
Okay.
She's gonna let you out of the hug.
Oh. She steps back a little, kind of, shrunken in herself.
Is Ryoko fucking...
Well, I think my watch was
again?
first watch. I was second. I was second. I did my watch. I'm asleep.
It's morning. It's morning now.
Oh.
Yeah, everyone's awake now.
No.
Yeah, everyone's awake. Ryan just went over to
I'm just wondering
Piranha
if
while
anybody's
we were getting ready.
I'm just wondering if anybody's listening or trying to listen because you're all moving
Yeah.
around.
I'm letting you guys have some privacy. I don't have to be involved in every intimate moment.
I'd say Amon's listening and be like, what the fuck did I miss?
She shuffles off to collect her things.
She's gonna look up, into the trees and try to spot, the monkey.
Oh, the
Yeah, it's
iguana now.
back into a monkey form, and it's just it's a monkey just kind of sitting by the cooking fire, where whoever is, probably there, preparing the morning rations.
Just make sure that nobody else.
You get
is
the
listening.
feeling this guy is rather motivated by food.
Yeah, I got the feeling. She's just gonna look around and make sure that nobody's listening, and then mutter under her breath something.
I'd like to try and listen as I shuffle away.
Alright,
Kelly.
go for it.
I'm bad at this. Let's go. Suck 20.
I'll roll a deception just for fucking shits and giggles. She's not really trying very hard.
What did she mutter? What did I hear?
Again. Never planned to be a mother. Fuck's sake.
Aww. Aww. Oh.
She doesn't seem upset about it or anything, just
Yeah,
kind of baffled that this happened.
Yeah, how did this happen to me? Oh.
Well, when life gives you a strange fish girl.
She made the mistake
was
of not
the one
eating it. I am the
You're
one
the one who
did
saved her book.
Yeah.
I've done this to myself.
Yeah. Oh god, wait, where's the meme? Let me get it.
Which one? There's a lot of them.
Hold on, hold on. Here.
Oh my god. Yeah.
You did this.
So after that, she's just gonna get up and shuffle over to the fire.
Yeah. You know how sometimes, early in the morning, you can still see, the moon hanging in the air?
Yeah.
Is the stomach moon still up at this early morning, or is it gone by now?
That one would have been gone because it's up earlier.
Okay. Just curious.
I like that stomach moon is a thing that we can say.
Yeah, yeah. Getting it pointed out last night, Ray was like, huh. I was kind of aware that was a thing, but I didn't think about the fact that there's a stomach above us this whole time.
And did Ryoko mention seeing Tama up there at night?
Yeah.
So, anyone else can do a history or religion, but I'll just say it to save on time. Corona, you would know that among the Salinar Dominion, which is where the island nation where the elves and the Ettercaps and some others come from, there's a lot of Albatrosians there too. But one of their main gods is Nephilia, the spider goddess of the moon, and the myth their specific myth is that Vera, the larger moon, is she carries it across the sky like a spider carrying an egg sac.
Okay.
And that some of the myths say that some of the stars, some of them aren't actually stars, but things she has caught in her web and prevented them from reaching the planet. That's like some of her simple mythos.
I'm gonna roll a religion anyway, see if I get anything more. Ah! Come on!
You get what
I'm
Corona
distracted.
tells you, I guess.
I am very her mind is elsewhere with that after that conversation.
Yeah, it's like her common name is the Skyweaver.
I love that though.
Skyweaver and Starcatcher.
Alright, we're headed. Where are we headed? Morass?
We gotta go around the mountain as they point over and south. Faster to go around than over because most of it's like just too steep. For those who can't turn into a bird, or are a bird, or can't turn into a monkey. And when they say are a bird, they like gesture over to Kuroto. And they go, and then it's south, and then we go along the edge of the swamp and further south. But that's all I'll say to you now.
Okay. Can I? Ryan's feeling weird. She's gonna just insight Morass. See if he's being truthful with us. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Ah.
You get the vibe that he's, not being duplicitous on the path you need to take, but you get the vibe that he really doesn't want to tell you too much that where you can get out of the deal.
Okay. But doesn't seem to be being duplicitous.
Right. At least he's not you don't get the sense that he's not, doesn't have anything planned at the moment, at least.
Okay.
But this little monkey stands up on, two legs and goes, "So, we going?"
Yeah. Where are we going, guys?
Yep.
I mean, once you're all ready. So, you
I
finish
could
up
eat
your
until there was
breakfast.
nothing left. I could eat until there was nothing left in this clearing. Let's just go.
All right, then. So, finish your breakfast. You get packed back up. You leave the hammocks behind. Bless you.
Sorry.
And, no worries. And you go heading out. So let's see. With Morass's help, someone can roll with advantage for the survival.
Not me.
I can do it.
Amon?
Sure.
Please, Amon.
Yes. Hey.
Nice. So yeah,
Could I Arcana
with
this
Morris's
fucking
help.
wand again?
What's that?
Can I Arcana this fucking wand again?
Oh yeah, sure. You could have done that while you were like eating breakfast or something.
Finally.
Okay.
That's not great,
Yeah.
but that's better than what I have.
It is a cracked wand of searing ray.
Oh, searing ray or scorching ray?
Scorching ray. That's what I meant.
Okay.
And it has 3 charges. You know, you can use. So one charge will do the base one, or you can upcast it with each successive charge. But it only has 3 charges left, and you get the sense that it's not going to regenerate really, because it hasn't since it's been just sitting there for however long it's been there, for however many years Hayden was in there.
Okay.
But you get the sense that if you use all the charges, there's a good chance it might, break spectacularly.
Oh, okay. Ooh, okay. Noted.
It's busted. It's not completely busted, but it's you're not sure how many like actual uses you have out of this yet.
Okay.
But it has 3 charges to it. And you get the sense that's what he was using to try and melt the door or make it soft enough that he could maybe hack at it with his magic axe. But
Yeah.
he must have used it too intensely, and that's what probably caused the damage.
Makes sense.
But yeah, kind of surprising. This guy, he was surprisingly well equipped with magical gear.
All right.
From what people would know of the curator order, that's not too strange. So Amon and the Morass, you, following the guidance of the monkey, you get through the. Well, actually, Amon, you have to take the lead as you get through Tama's territory and get past the spider webs, and then Morris is able to guide you. And seemingly thanks to his time as a monkey just traveling around the island, and as one of Gleaza's scouts, he's pretty familiar with finding good paths to travel through, and you and him are able to guide the group and make pretty good time so far. If anyone wants to do a perception check.
I can. If everybody's alright
I'll
with
give
that.
you
Sure.
aid.
Let me I'm just gonna take that
roll
aid.
again.
Hey.
So you're following behind Amon and the monkey. The monkey's kind of swinging along in the branches above, or vines, just going ahead, stopping, waiting for you. Maybe thankfully for the rest of you, once he's in monkey mode now and guiding you, he's not really that chatty, since he's actually like working, but also probably not wanting to draw attention.
Yeah.
But you continue along for a couple hours. You start rounding around the mountain before he finally starts heading south again. And you start recognizing some of the path you've been through, and traveling back and forth from the moon scale. And I would like someone to just roll me a nice little d6.
Okay.
Oh,
Wow! Wow!
Oh my god!
There you go, gang.
Wow.
did
Hey
it.
guys,
definitely won.
How did we do that, TT?
that's funny.
Wow.
I just wanted to see.
Okay.
I wanted to take the chance. I wanted to see if there was going to be another one.
No, but
Sure.
you got 6. And you got the max instead.
But no, yeah, go with the ones, please.
Yes.
Oh, that's funny.
Heaven or hell. Let's rock!
God,
That's
what
funny.
happens to us?
I don't know.
What the?
Nah, I'm joking. So you're traveling along, making pretty good time thanks to Moras and Amon's guidance. And Corona, you're glancing around, and you hear it before you see it, but it's a good distance away. You hear a kind of familiar whistling that I think it was a whistling noise they made before. As you recognize what sounds like a probably distant and maybe getting closer. Sounds like another pack of the arboreal hook horrors that you've encountered right around this area before.
Mm-hmm.
But with that high of a perception, you've got a good lead on that. They are getting near, but you're pretty sure you've got a good head start on them if you want to try to avoid them. But it sounds like they are in their hunting mood, I suppose.
Yeah. I'll let everybody know that I hear that.
And takes a second, and Quiet Hearts, you're the first one to hear it, but you hear it too in the distance. From a distance, it kind of sounds like maybe it might be just a normal bird call, but since you've heard this before, you recognize it.
Mm-hmm.
They are getting closer. You don't know if they've caught your scent or are following your path. How do you want to prepare? Or deal with this news?
We kind of kicked their ass before. Maybe if they realized they're hunting us again, they'll just not bother.
Maybe?
That doesn't mean we should, of course, stick around on their turf.
No. Moras, is there any way we could maybe speed up and avoid them?
And we stop talking and we keep going.
I assumed we were still walking.
Yeah. Alrighty.
I mean, you're walking like a chump. I'm swinging.
I can swim better than you can.
I'm sure you do, fishy miss.
She mage hands a vine slightly out of his way.
Do a sleight of hand.
Oh no, what's the consequences?
Consequences of my actions.
Slips like a second, but catches it. He's just like, slippery vine. And it just keeps going. He didn't see the hand. His perception's not the best.
Wow.
It's also a tentacle, and her tentacles tend to look like seaweed, so...
No, I whispered the roll to myself, and he rolled a... He has a 0 in wisdom, and he rolled a 2.
Wow.
Oh my god. Oh.
Perception isn't his thing, stealth is his thing.
Okay.
But you people have absurd perception, so you're able to see the invisible things stealing stuff from you.
We're fucking fine.
And the bag.
And the
Back
bag.
up his up.
Yeah.
What do y'all want to do
I'm gonna
about
keep
these
an eye out-
pursuers before we end for the night?
I will do my thing I've done before, where I'm going to use oh god,
Silent image?
silent image over top of us, just to try and make us look like bushes and stuff. Or like,
Okay.
you know, like the direction that we hear them coming from, I'm just gonna like occasionally pop up a wall of bushes to like obscure their vision in our direction.
Okay. So is the group
Deception, I
wanting
guess?
to stealth it, or do you want to try a deception to throw them
Yeah.
off, or would this be the group using the foliage to stealth?
Well, we're not amazing at stealth.
Because it is going to be a group check to avoid this, because
Oh my god.
I mean,
I think we
I'm a ninja.
yeah, right.
That's my thing.
Deceiving them, if you get a good one, would lower the DC for the group check.
Okay. Oh my god, I'm good at these!
Okay.
I have a +7! It's one of the skills she actually has! She's supposed to be good at lying!
It's fine, the rest of us are good at fucking slinking through the underbrush.
That's a lie, and you know it.
Me too.
Oh, I need a roll for Morass too.
Fuck.
I'm just flying, apparently.
Oh no!
Oh my god!
Wow!
Oh my god! I'm so mad!
More of us, I think, succeeded than failed. So
Rain is Rain is trailed a bit in the back, trying to use the illusion. She's just being fucking bad at it.
Yeah. So everyone else, you start going quieter and ducking into some of the foliage. Morass is just being a monkey, just kind of swinging along the trees. Just kind of separates himself from the group, not realizing that the group is going more stealth rather than trying to hurry along. Like he seems to get the impression of, just to explain his bad stealth. But yeah, eventually the whistling calls get closer, and Quiet Hearts, you unfortunately jangle at a moment. You kick against maybe a half-buried rock without realizing it, and but I think it's actually like Red. You go, oh, are you okay? As you hear a hooting of a hook horror as you turn around, you Quiet Hearts and Morass turn as you see hanging from the hook, one of the hooks dangling from one of the branches. You see one of them staring at you and gives this whistling, hooting noise as you hear the others start approaching. Fortunately, these things rolled pretty good on their perception. But they didn't notice everyone else, just the three of you.
So, can we? I'd like to try and now attempt to intimidate them.
Yeah, same.
Can I describe how I do that?
One. Yeah, go ahead.
Just the one?
Yeah, so far, but it did give a call, and you heard a return call from the others. It seems like they spread out and keep in contact with their whistling.
All right. So, can I describe how I attempt to intimidate them?
Yeah, go ahead.
This would be fun. So, Quiet Hearts basically spins toward, you see the fucker in the tree. Spin toward, they basically pop their wings and just spread it as high up as they can go, just, all the eye spots, just looking at that motherfucker. And then going to use thaumaturgy, and then just scream at it.
Oh, God.
It doesn't even sound quite human. It just a loud, just wailing thing.
I will let you do intimidation with advantage.
Thank you. I'm actually
Because
quite good at intimidation.
Things... What's that?
I'm quite good at intimidation, actually.
Yeah, no kidding. As you do this, basically turn yourself into a screeching owl with you flailing out your wings and just screeching, and the eye spots. It's like a threat display mix of an owl and a giant moth. So, and it immediately stops its whistling, like its head recoils a bit, like it flinches, and then it stares at you, like it's like staring at the group. It sees you turn around, and then it's like darting back and forth between you and Ryan, and its eyes narrow for a second before they go wide, and then it drops down and starts scurrying off in the other direction as it seems to recognize
Oh my god!
the two of you.
Oh my god, we did.
It starts giving out a different hooting noise, as almost like a retreat call, as you hear the other ones no longer doing the hunting call. Because if you remember, you thrashed the last group pretty thoroughly.
Yeah, and then we spooked
And
them
but
away.
let them live. I think one of them like was down to 3 HP or something. It was down in single digits.
I think it was Ray and Orc Whitehorse last time who did the spooking too. So
I will say the scream sounds vaguely metallic for some reason. I don't know. It's just how it is in my head.
Yeah.
okay, I think Rayan does like stumble sideways a little from just the volume of it.
Oh yeah. Just pull the wings back in, and just kind of look around, and just go. Oh, are you okay, Ryan?
What? What?
Reach down to help them steady themselves.
What did you say?
Are you okay?
She like rubs where her ear should be. I don't know if she has it. What? One more time.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I just was not prepared for the volume.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. It worked. I think they recognized us.
Morass cries out from above in the trees, like, "What'd you say?"
I think they recognized us.
Oh.
We scared away the bunch of them before. I think it's the same ones.
There's only like one pack, I think.
Oh. Yeah, no, those are definitely the same ones.
You see the monkey out there, they're like doing that thing where they're like digging at their ear with a finger.
Yeah.
I think they used to be like the pet of the Empress when she used to vacation here or something.
Oh my god. You know, they used to live
Again,
underground.
that would set off big alarm bells with you, Ryoko.
Wait, pets?
Yeah, she had a zoo or something. I think that's where the Ankh come from too, and the big
bear?
white dog. Yeah.
There's a zoo. What's a zoo?
In this case, it feels like a death trap.
Oh, so we should avoid a zoo.
I think so, yes.
Okay.
I mean, the zoo is back in the little palace city thing that's in the. He points. Oh shoot! Minimize. He points off to the southwest. He goes, in the big bay of the island. There's an island there, and that's where her little summer home used to be. Galiaza, the boss, she says that she, or the old boss, apologies, bosses. She used to, said that, you know, her old big boss used to be there. That's why why the Maricians fought so hard for this place. It was one of her hideouts. They don't want her to escape here, that kind of thing. I don't know.
Maybe we should
So
check
that
out
structure
later.
belonged to the Ruby Empress?
Sounds like.
Or at least it was Ruby Empire controlled.
Yeah. Thank you for the information you have.
Shoot, I should have asked something for that. Damn it.
Yeah. How about?
I guess that's why I'm still in a closet.
Aww.
And
Really?
that's like the credits. Since we are at 1 minute after. So I think that actually would be a good spot to. So you are right around like here, like right we're in between the little valley here. So we'll pick up there mid-morning, we'll say, after hiking this much, thanks to the really good rolls for survival
This time.
and such. But yeah. That's where we'll end for the night if we're still recording.